banking experience?
So us at GMMB, as you know, we push a vision of love within our mission, and the purpose of that vision of love as it pertains to respect is us empathizing with our clients, being able to acknowledge their current position so that we could tailor a solution for them, because everyone's position is not the same. So our vision of love allows us to connect with our customers and our clients respectively and provide them that unique service.
Truth be told, it's GMMB. Banking for real, with real people, manners and respect.
Always, my brother.
Every time.
GMMB.
It's banking for real.
Here at GMMB, love is the currency. And let's show you how we are able to transfer that energy into real conversations. Manners and respect.
Respect, my brother.
Respect, man. Speaking about respect, Adrian, I mean, how important is it to the
Good evening and welcome to the Digger Martin Sporting Complex, where we get ready for another interesting game in the Northzone T20 tournament. We're on to game number 11. We're on to game number 11, match day number 9, as the teams just meet with the officials. I'm going to pair together with Daryl Williams. Good afternoon, Daryl.
Good afternoon, welcome viewers. We're here for another interesting game here this afternoon, where we see the SOCORRO youth movement coming up against the highly fancied Barataria ball players, winning 2-2, and Barataria looking to continue their winning ways as we run through the teams for this evening's proceedings. Gordon Pierre will be first up.
Well, we've got the Barataria ball players team. For them, they have Isaiah Kane, their guest player, Camelo Carambocas. He's been excellent for this team. Dejon Charles, number 1. He also a guest player. Randy French, number 57. Curvis Jonah, 49. Zeddy Lord, 101. Kwame Mohammed, number 20. Marlon Phillip, number 29. Matthias Ramdulala, number 23. Carl Vialva, number 15. And rounding off the starting lineups, their fighter and warrior-in-chief, Darren Wilson.
So we go with the SOCORRO youth movement. They are being led by Shakim Prince, number 4. We have Kwesi Alfred, number 32. Richard Ali, number 8. Mohammed Aziz, number 30. Ryan Innes, number 12. Keon Isaac, number 3. Alex Kasiram, number 20. Christian Lal, number 52, the under 19 player. And last but not least, Johan Sergio. That's how they line up for this evening's fixture. We see the opening batsmen, Kwesi Alfred and Alex Kasiram, all set and ready. Let's see how they fare in this evening's proceedings.
Well, it's a do-or-die game for the EYM team. Of course, they've already won the 2-day and 4-day over tournament in the North Zone this season. They were trying to do the hat-trick as Police did last season, but they found it very difficult thus far. They've lost 2 of their opening 2 games. They're up against a Barataria ball players team led by Darren Wilson, who has been able to turn back the attack of 2 teams thus far, and they'll be looking to continue as they go here. So the 2 batters, they stride out, and they're going to be having first strike here. They lost the toss and were asked to bat first here. Do you think that was a good decision, Daryl?
Indeed, indeed. The pitch looks to have a bit moist on the top layer, so I think that they're going to look for their faster bowlers to extract something and probably make some early inroads here. But let's say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. I guess the EYM team are definitely looking to bounce back here and give a creditable performance this afternoon to get a tick in the win column.
Well, it's the skipper, Darren Wilson, who's going to start things off for his team. He will have the opening bowl, and he's going to be bowling Alfred. They made a change. I don't know if it's forced, but Jaron Alfred, one of the guest players in the earlier matches, he's out, and I think that will definitely weaken them a bit. In their earlier matches, they started off against Paragon. That's the El SOCORRO Youth Movement. They lost there with Paragon chasing down a formidable 185 in 20, getting to 189 and losing just 3 wickets. And then they came up against Glenora Sport in what really was a slam bam, thank you ma'am experience, as it was down to 5 overs, a 5-over shootout. They came close. The Paragon team, the Glenora team, sorry, setting them 90 to win. They got within a sniff, reaching to 75. As not sure what's the key back. Oh, the key back is, guess what? It's 5 minutes before time. So we're on time. In fact, we're before time. As there we see the umpire, Mr. Sidial, Arjun Sidial. I want to apologize for pronouncing his name incorrectly in an earlier game. So they're just waiting to get to the time. The batters are out, the ball players are out. And I think it's a testimony to the efficiency of this Northzone T20 festival. We've had prompt starts. The umpiring has been excellent. The sportsmanship has been excellent as well. As here we see Mrs. Candice Laborde, the other official in this game. Candice Laborde would have umpired a stand in a final, a World Cup final, Women's World Cup final on the 19 level. So she comes with a load of experience. The fans here, they continue to pack the stands. Last evening, we saw the North Coast traveling side really have the Diego Martin Sporting Complex rocking. We're expecting more of the same here this evening. Oh, and just when we were talking about the organization, the ground staff forgetting to put the 30-meter circle, that's the big cones, which is viewable. They would have their line, but you need one that is viewable easily so for the officials. So that's just been put in place.
That's just the commentator's curse there, Gordon.
Yes. So they're gonna get that in place as these two teams get ready to play. The EYM team from the El SOCORRO region, of course the name gives it away, a team with a long history in cricket locally, especially in the North Zone. They would have started in the Aranguez League and migrated into the North Zone. Always a very formidable team.
A force to be reckoned with, but they have had some slides up and down, going from the lowest division all the way up to Premier 1, coming back down in a hurry, as they say. So now they are back up with the big boys into Premier 2 once again. Let's see how they fare. But as you were speaking earlier, Gordon, I think the Barataria ball players has definitely been a force to reckon with. I know we had a chat earlier, and you said that they have definitely raised their hand and put their hands up as a force to be reckoned with, and probably a one to go all the way. They have had 2 very creditable performances, brushing aside Glenora, as well as just putting Combined Stars to sleep very early. I think that let's see how they go with some more formidable opposition this time around.
Yeah, I think the Barataria ball players team, they're a very good team. They of course littered with stars. There are 2 guest players in Camelo Carambokas as well as Deshaun Charles. They've both shown up for the teams. They've already gotten half centuries. And just when they bat very deep into the innings, And that allows the Barataria ball players team to really be carried a long way. But make no mistake, the captain, Darren Wilson, with ball in hand, he's a very formidable opponent. And he shows that he may not be lightning quick, but he definitely uses what he's got to get the result that he wants. So it's going to be the opening bowler for the EYM team. Sorry, for the Barataria ball players team. And he's back at the top of his run. It looks to be Matthias Ramdula. So Ramdula, who seems to be going to open the bowling here, taking a pretty decent run. In fact, it's Wilson who's going to, the captain Wilson, who's going to open the bowling. He had come to the sideline, not sure what was the bother, but he's going to go back and get the ball. Darren Wilson. So we have the field, and the field is a man at short, third man at point, man in cover, that's extra cover, short extra cover, mid off, fine leg, as we see, yes, finally, we see, looking to jog on is Charles. So we really didn't see him in the initial lineup of players. So he probably just entered the arena. So he jogs on. So now I can give you the field. The Bongji rider is the man at long on, and a man at a mid wicket, or should we say a forward of square region. So that's the field. So finally, we're going to get action here as Wilson is going to be bowling to Alfred. Fuck, it's not Alfred. He's just guiding this one past the man at third man. It's going to go close to the boundary. They turn and come for two. That's Kasiram. Alex Kasiram. He's gotten a promotion. He's been promoted up the order. The 2 times that he's batted, he's done so credibly. So he's gotten the promotion, and he's sends the EYM team on their way with a quick 2 runs.
2 very big guys in structure here, Gordon. So I don't think we'll be seeing much singles, quick singles, I should say.
Last time I said that I was given an ear beating, so I would leave that alone. And that's how he bangs it past the man at cover for 4. Stand and deliver. It was short, it was wide, it asked to be hit, and it was given the full treatment by Kasiram.
It's a glorious looking shot to open here. Kong first up there. Hands through the ball. Too much width there on this time by Wilson. No protection on the cover boundary, and that's going to run into the fence. I think this is definitely going to cause some changes in the field. 2 aggressive batsmen here to get the proceedings started for EYM. It's a sorry state. EYM, they're a very formidable team on paper, just unable to get it right in their last 2 fixtures. Let's see how it goes today.
To be fair to them, the shootout, the 5-over shootout, always difficult to play. The rains were about stop-start, and then it's cut down to 5 overs. They give it a shot, not good enough. There's good comeback delivery there by Wilson. A shot outside the off stump, play and a miss from Kasiram.
But as you mentioned, Gordon, a lot of rains in and around the Diego Martin Sporting Facility, but we have always had a result, which is the positive to take from that.
Yeah. Rain is carded to come. They were tempted to go for the quick single. That quick single that you asked for. You almost got it, but you were sent back.
The big guy, Crazy H. Alfred, as he's commonly known, is not going to get up there anytime soon. But Wilson, just off a short, ambling run-up, hitting the deck very hard. This one is a well-pitched delivery, played back defensively by Kasiram. The score remains on 6 without loss inside of the first over. So if you manage to be in the area, the Diego Martin Sporting Facility, come on down and have a view. Cricket, lovely cricket here.
Drives this into the cover. but it's well fielded. Alhamdulillah. So that brings the first over to the end. At the end of one, the EYM, after being asked to bat first, just 6 without loss.
As mentioned, we have seen some creditable bowling performances. One in particular coming from Andre Medina yesterday, picking up 3 wickets inside of the power play. Some really good bowling there from the North Stars bowler. Let's see.
He broke the back of the batting yesterday. That was Medina. Today, though, it's going to be Marlon Phillip who's going to continue. Marlon Phillip going to continue from the southern end. He's bowling for the Barataria ball players team. Of course, the Barataria ball players team based in Barataria. They make that ground there at 6th Avenue, lower 6th Avenue, their home ground for years. The man who sold it and carried the flag there was Mr. Winky. He's no longer with us, but he would have made a contribution to the future of cricket in Trinidad and Tobago. As the wise old folks say, the glory of a man is when he plants trees, which he will no longer sit under the shade. So Mr. Winky would have planted a number of trees in terms of the lives that he would have touched. And while he's no longer here with us, those trees are providing fruit and giving shade.
This one is down the wayward line delivery, down the leg side, full delivery by Marlon Phillip. Gordon, this is a very good story and an interesting one for all the viewers. Marlon Phillip started as a wicketkeeper batsman. He's now opening the bowling off spin. Cricket, lovely cricket, the game of glorious uncertainties. You never know where it take you.
That's an age as well. You know, to wicketkeeper, if you wicketkeep in a T20, that's 60, that's 120 times you're going to be doing a squat. When you're young, you don't take it into consideration. But as the years begin to come on you, then you begin to understand it's a squat to go down behind the stumps. When you're young, you're just looking to catch the ball. It doesn't matter that you have to squat. But when
it's a lot of credit goes out to the wicketkeepers of the Dinesh Ramdins and the Joshua De Silvas. As you see Marlon Phillip again in a flatter delivery. This one is spliced behind point. This one is going to run close to the fence. It's going to take some stopping. It's retrieved now. And they go back for 2 comfortably in the end. Score moves up to 10 without loss. With that being said, Gordon, I know from childhood days growing up, the wicketkeeper was the one that just didn't want to run. Was placed behind there, or even in football, you were placed in the goalpost because you just didn't want to run.
You're correct. You're quite correct. But when you get to the next level, it's normally they are one of the fittest players on the pitch. This one is up in the air again. And he takes an easy catch, well-judged catch there. So he's on his way, Kasiram. He was looking to play one way, and one way alone. Isaiah Kane just takes the simple catch. He makes it look easy.
Swallowed that out. Was some bucket hands just moving slightly to his right and taking a comfortable catch. It was a short delivery, asking to be hit. He did everything right except the positioning and the placement. Running around. Comfortable catch.
Kane taking a well-judged catch. One moment there, I thought he was going to go past him there. But Kasiram, he goes. He died the same way he lived because he was always aggressive, always ultra-aggressive. And it brings Innes to the center. So Ryan Innes comes out to bat. Barataria ball players with the early breakthrough. EYM, again, not getting a good start. They're 10 for 1.
Ryan Innes played a blinder the last game out. He's naturally a very aggressive batsman. See how he fares here with his team on the back foot, losing a wicket in the second over. They say the pass score is in excess of 150, Gordon?
Yeah, from what we've seen, As we look at this one again, it was short, wide. The ball before, though, he also skied it a bit squarer. It dropped safely, but this time taking a well-judged catch was keen. Yeah, what we've seen is that a pass score is between 160 to 170. But EYM has set a total of 85, sorry, and it was chased down on the opening day by Paragon. So, although a good total on this wicket, a number of the games have been played. We're into match number 11. It's just about 160 to 170. I think the bowling, you got to have the bowling to defend it. And I think the bowling for the EYM team just seems to be a bit on the suspect side. And let's look at the signal from the umpire.
I think he definitely got some bad on that one.
So it's runs, so a bit of a drop chance.
Drop chance. There's a bit of agricultural shot first up there. A bit of a heave there from Ryan Innes, looking to target that vacant mid-wicket region. As mentioned, he's a no-nonsense kind of guy. He's going to come and play a shot, be aggressive from ball one, as we see Phillip again. This one's a quicker, flatter delivery signal wide here this time. I think he looks to have a little bit more pace than Wilson on the other end.
Skinny type bowler bowls a heavy ball. So he punches this one into the cover region. Wilson does the fielding. If you know Darren Wilson, he's always slipping and sliding. That's how he feels.
This lush green outfield will definitely invite you to slide around some more. Phillips again. Innes goes down to the long on region for just a single. So as we can see, Gordonier, he's definitely coming and showing intent from ball one. So that's the end of the second over. The score is 14 for 1.
Yeah, Innes has definitely come out and showing that he wants to get on with it. He is not going to mug around here. He has in his mind a score that he thinks he wants to get to. I think, and that score will be just at about 9 runs and over. First ball up. Just taking the ball out of the keeper gloves.
Camilo Carambucas was animated there, so that's definitely going down as a chance. First up there. We look forward to seeing him with the bat a bit later. So as we see the Barataria ball players going through the overs relatively quickly. They look like a team on a mission.
Darren Wilson, he's been a long-standing servant for the Barataria ball players team. He's been around a while. As we see Wilson looking to bowl. Normally what goes on in a production, you get a lot of talking, the director telling which camera he's on. So it's Wilson who looks to continue. He's going to be bowling to Innes, and he's already showing his intent. The field just being turned around. It's a packed offside field, and he's bowling into the pads there. I think a bit of cat and mouse, because he set a field that is a 6-3 field, and then he bowled that one straightish. It is turned around it. The umpire, with Candice Laborde, having a word there with Wilson. Probably tell him, you saw that go down the leg side.
It's a stifle, half-hearted appeal in the end. This one again, Innes tugging away to the mid-wicket region. Highly fancied since his 3 balls that he has faced. I think he's looking to get on with it. But I think it's a matter of reconciliation. You know, let early loss, you should try and build back, get a couple overs under your belt, see what the pitch is doing. Looks to have a little bit of moisture from the earlier. This one is right up in the block hole. Alfred just defends. There's no run.
Yeah, Gary, he's on target, but I am just concerned about his line, given that he has a heavy offside field.
It's a bit too straight.
And the same is up in the air. Karamboka settles under it. He takes the catch, and Wilson strikes. Alfred got to go, and Barataria ball players, they are tightening the screws. The SOCORRO youth movement loses their second wicket as Alfred goes.
I think you could definitely call the lotto numbers now, Gordon. Whatever you say, the opposite is happening. So you say you're going to lose and you're going to win, right? That was a very good catch there by Camille Karambokas. That one making a lot of air time, circling under the lights. And a player of his stature takes comfortably in the end.
It was short, it was into the body again. And Alfred was rushed, flew off the edge and up into the night sky. And Karambokas, if it's one man you want to be taking that catch, would be him. He took it, as we see just walking off is Alfred, and coming in to bat is the number 18, that's Ali. Is it Ali?
Richard Ali.
Yes, Richard Ali, who comes in to bat. So takes his guard from umpire Laborde.
So the captain getting an early breakthrough here as well. Really leading his team from the front.
Yeah, he's been excellent for his team, really. He's done a lot with the ball. So it's Ali who's going to face. A bit of a mix-up there between the two batters. That ball played straight to Kane, and Innes had set off. He was sent back by Ali.
But I don't think they would want to be taking any chances by Kane after taking up that simple catch there. He looks like a man well organized in the field. So another dot delivery there.
So that brings the end of the third over. At the end of the third over, the SOCORRO youth movement, after being asked to take first strike, they're 15 for 2. Now, we've seen the power play just not being fully exploited by the teams within recent times. We saw a very slow power play yesterday afternoon when it was Pool 9 who played the Northside Future Stars. A very slow start by them, and then they needed
This one is down the leg side there. They scamper through for a quick leg by. So we see Philip. We see Philip to continue. I think he's just bowling a lot of seam up arm deliveries, trying to rush past the outside edge of the right-handers. I think Richard Ali is going to look to cash in here with his wing ball exploits. Likes the ball coming on to the bat. He's definitely going to make use of the fielding restrictions. As we see, there's a short third man, a backward point, a point, cover, extra cover on the boundary. This one is cut away just for a single. Wilson does the fielding.
Philip. Innes tries to bang it on the onside. It goes back to the bowler, who does well to field. So these are cricketers. We continue. Again, that ball just coming off the bat and out of the keeper gloves.
Seen a bit of variation there from Phillips. That one was a bit slower in trajectory. But we have seen off spinners dominated this southern end. Starting well.
It's a bye signal by the umpire. So,
A very delayed call indeed.
I think Aaron Bokas, he was very upset. But it's a bye, not a drop chance. This one is pulled away through the mid-wicket region. 4 good-looking runs there by Ali.
Boy, oh boy, he's living up to his expectations. Pulling that one win ball like from just around middle and leg there and tugged away behind backward square for welcome boundary here for the EYM outfit. Takes them up to 22 for 2 inside the fourth over. This one is a short delivery, tugged away, no protection on the backward square region, and runs into the fence. Let's hope this augurs well for him. Let's see how he finishes.
Bit of a chance there. It was up in the air. Kwame Mohammed was on his cycle, backpedaling. And if it's anyone you want to, in fact, it's not Kwame Mohammed. Yes, it is. It is Kwame Mohammed. And he's lying down. He looks to be injured, to have injured himself. I think for me, it's more his ego than a physical injury, but we are in the safety of the commentary booth.
But in all honesty, going running back is definitely always a harder catch than coming forward, as we see the replay here. Definitely misjudging that one. Almost losing his trousers in the process.
Yeah, he fought very hard. I take back what I said there. Look at it. He attempted, yeah. In the end, he did well to be able to fall and roll. But less agile player would have fallen.
So Ali living a charm life here.
Yeah. So Kwame Mohammed, he's up. That's a good sign to see. So after 4 overs, the EYM, they're 24 for 2.
So you see the 2 bowlers used is Deron Wilson in 2 overs, 1 wicket for 7 runs, and Marlon Phillip 2 overs, 1 wicket for 15 runs. So some 16 overs left in this EYM innings. See some word from the dugout to probably add some impetus and mash the accelerator for the remaining 2 overs inside of the power play.
And if you're just joining us, you're watching the Northzone T20 Festival 2024. It's match number 11 on match day number 9. As the action continues here, this Northzone T20 Festival brought to you by the Northzone Cricket Council. They have been doing an excellent job in the North Zone. And this broadcast brought to you in part by the NLCB and NFM. So it's driven powerfully like a tracer bullet over the ground. 4 runs there to Innes.
It's 4 very good-looking runs there. Putting the left foot forward and driving through the line of the... Wilson a bit too full on this occasion. A bit too much width, and he's throwing his hands at this one. And getting 4 runs. Wilson, foolish delivery. And is unable to get on top of that one. Just managing a single out to the long on region.
He's tugging another one to the man at long on. He's showing intent, Innes. Captain Ali. Stroked out into the offside. Scurry through for one.
He is definitely understanding the assignment here this afternoon. He's looking to maneuver the strike as well and cashing on the bad deliveries. I guess that's what all coaches want to see and all the guidance that they bestow on young players. Ennis again punching this one. They go through for a quick single.
So just ticking the score over. Already 7 runs conceded. 2 legal deliveries left.
Look forward to seeing Dijon Charles on the ball.
Oh, he pulls this one straight to Kwame Mohammed.
Ali, a short man in stature. Not really afraid to play above his head at all. This one is hoiked away for a KFC maximum over the long on region. First maximum of the innings, and Richard Ali is definitely showing his intent. As I made mention before, Gordon, he looks like he's seeing a Tiger Pro indeed.
Very good shot there. Good cricketing shot. It was in the arc, and he put it out the park. A beautiful looking drive over the top of the long on region, and getting 6 runs, the first KFC maximum for the EYM innings.
A welcome boundary indeed. So they close the 5th over at 37 for 2, looking to cash in on this last power play over.
And that over there from Wilson went for 13 after his first 2 overs went for just 7.
Looking at the EYM batting lineup, they bat deep with the likes of Keon Isaac, Akil Timothy, Brian Boudram, Christian Lal is a young and upcoming under 19 player. A lot in store for that young man. Hails from the Kirep area. His father is well known in the cricket fraternity. Stefan Bulawan, also known as Sparrow. So we see Marlon Phillip to continue from the southern end. Driven nicely. Wilson does the fielding there. So the 2 men outside of the circle is a long on and a long off. Tight ring of fielders on the offside. It's Phillip again. Hold him. Ryan Innes looking to make some room. And that one just skidding on and hitting the stumps, disturbing the furniture, Gordon.
A very good delivery there by Phillip. Look at it again. It was much too close for the shot that he played. He was looking to cut. So Innes goes, and the EYM team slip into further trouble here as they're 37 for 3. So striding out to the crease, we have the youngster, Philip Christian Lala. So Christian Lala, the under 19 player, guest player, just striding out to the center. He will know that he has to do a repair job. He batted quite well the last time he was out in the innings. And he wonder, do a repeat of that.
But it's a very nice sight to see where these youngsters are given the opportunity to play as guest players. Normally they would have gone for some national players, someone who has had a West Indies cap or so on. Giving the young man a lot of playing time is definitely leading for the upcoming tournaments that he may partake in. Let's see how he starts.
Philip. Punches it, but straight to the captain, Wilson. As we talk about the young and upcoming players, the Northzone has been heavily involved in youth development. The zone has produced 4 age group teams, the under 13s, under 15s, under 17s, and under 19s. This one just driven out on the offside, so Lal gets off the mark. This season, Kyle Ramdo and Joshua Davis are presently representing the Trinidad and Tobago under 19 team in St. Vincent for the regional tournament. 2 senior under 19 players.
2 very young and upcoming young men, both hailing from the Queen's Park club, the Parkites. Joshua Davis has led Fatima quite substantially throughout the season. Again, holding that tight line just on middle and off. Ali unable to get away from him.
So Marlon Phillip, lovely figures of 2 for 16. Bowling the last ball of the power play. It's pushed back to him. So at the end of 6 overs, the EYM team, after being asked to take first strike, they're 38 for 3.
Subway Series presents the Italianos. 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
So welcome back as Wilson, skipper Darren Wilson, looking to bowl out here. He's going to bowl the 7th over, and he's going to be bowling it to young Christian Lal, taking the time to set his field.
What are your thoughts here, Gordon? It's a very interesting ploy to bowl out after going for pretty expensive over the previous over.
Yeah, I think he, because of the riches of treasure he has in Karen Bokas and Deshaun Charles at this level, that is, he will want to get his overs out of the way and allow the more seasoned bowlers or higher level bowlers to finish off the innings instead of keeping himself back and being taken to task later on. 2 relatively new batters in the wicket. Played out lightning fast, young Lala. Good running there as well by the skipper. Well, he's not the skipper for today, but the experienced
Richard Ali.
Richard Ali. Normally skippers this team.
Indeed. Lal looks to be a very compact young man. As you see, he's getting behind the line of the ball elegantly, pushing this one to the cover region for a quick single. These 2 seem to have a lot of toes in between the wickets.
Yeah, they're rotating the strike. They're doing what any good T20 unit should be doing in terms of rotating the strike, punishing the bad deliveries.
This one is right up in the block hole. Stifled appeal there. Umpire Laborde is uninterested. And they go through for a leg by.
Well, no leg by was signal, or was it?
Was it?
No leg by was signal, so it's...
Probably got some bat on it
Yeah,
there.
probably
somewhere.
got some bat on the inside edge.
Wilson again, not a foolish delivery, feeling well off his own bowling.
Lightning fast there on Wilson. Always good in the field. Brilliant miss there by young Lal. So Wilson looking to close off here. He's got 1 more delivery. So thus far his figures are really in this over, justifying him bowling this over, as he will finish with just 4 runs, 5 runs from the over.
That's a very good comeback over there from Wilson. As we see the end of the 7th over, it's now 43 for 3. So now we're into the middle overs. We're going to see who's going to put their noses in front. See how much the EYM outfit can muster up here. As we see the batting to come, Mohamed Aziz, Brian Boudram, Keon Isaac, Shakim Prince, Johan Serju, and Akil Timothy all can find the boundary. But the Barataria ball players will have other ideas as we see a bowling change from...
No, it's still going to be Philip who has the ball in hand. So he is allowed the bowlers to bowl out.
This is an interesting ploy here. I think this is the first time that I've seen such in T20 where both bowlers have bowled 4 consecutive. Have you seen this, Gordon?
Rarely seen. I think what has happened here, though, is that the captain finds that he has a good partnership. They're doing the job thus far. So you don't want to break that up just yet. Probably looking to prize out 1 more wicket if he can. And if he doesn't, at least he has competent bowlers to come. Well played by Lal. So quickly, he's going to take out the... takes out the...
It's a mix-up, it's a comedy of errors here. Chance for a run-out. Boy, oh boy.
So it started with a slip from Kane, but he did well to release the ball. He released the ball, it went at Wilson. Yes, it was Wilson, but he who made a meal of it here. Look at it. In the meantime, Lal, aggressive. It was released. Lal nowhere in the picture. Bubble, fumble. So it was a lot of bubbling and fumbling. In the end, Lal able to regain his ground.
I think we are in close proximity to the Suarez Circus. He can definitely pick up one of those juggling acts there.
I'm seeing that circus. Where's that circus base?
It's in the Queen's Park Savannah.
Oh, Queen's Park
I've heard mixed reviews about it. I heard it's a lot of hot, humid atmosphere, but as we see, this one is tucked away nicely down to the backward square region by Richard Ali for a single. I think Barataria ball players who don't want to miss their chances, have them by the scruff of the neck, you keep them there. So the score moves along to 45 for 3. As we see young Lal on strike here.
Good piece of fielding there by Ramdullah.
What's your thoughts on the young man thus far, Gordon?
Well, Lal is a good batter. He has very compact, good technique. Likes how he's attacking and he's running between the wickets. As Philip is dabbed and again, you don't have to think twice. Lal is going to be getting down to the other end. So he brings a good attacking intent in terms of his running. He's a batter, very compact, textbook batsman. As you see him from his stance. But it's Philip.
Catch it.
Back over the bowler's head. Go through for another single. So 5 singles in this over thus far. Philip looking to close off both the over and his spell. He would take 2 for 21 or 4 in a T20.
Any day.
And twice on a Tuesday. Today is Tuesday.
Bowling 3 of those overs inside of the power play. As we see Ali again just tucking this one to the vacant mid-wicket region to close off the over. Score moves up to 49 for 3 after 8. With that being said, Gordon, are there any other young players that has managed to catch the eye in this tournament thus far?
Yeah, a number of them are. I think this tournament has a number of young players. We saw Ram Logan, Rondell Ram Logan, who played yesterday. He was taking the task, but he was. As we go to the break, when we come back, we'll have more action as we continue.
Since they were on sale, Laura bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? You'd better come and satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. 7 pieces of delicious chicken with a bucket of fries. The KFC Wow Bucket for $119.95.
Well, welcome back. We know there had to be change in the bowling because the Wilson had been bowled out, and it's going to be replaced by Carl Villalva. Yeah, it was strange for me not to see the impressive Keon Isaac. Keon Isaac has been playing quite well for this EYM team, doing well with both bat and ball. And I think in a T20 format, you want to give your better batters the opportunity to face as much deliveries as possible. They've been helped by rain, but they've also had to do some good ground keeping. If you watch the 2 run-ups, we'll continue after this delivery. Lord does the fielding. Yeah, the 2 run-ups, because of the matting, it's not the matting, the covers that were left on one of the days last week, they were burnt really bad. And when I went out there, I saw the powder, the blue crystal, was out there in amongst that area. He's pulling this one. The fielder comes around, slips, but he does well, Philip, and he gets a good return going. But good aggressive running between the wickets. So good cricket all around there. Lal with the aggressive running, Phillips with the good pickup and decent throw. So when I asked the groundsman, he said what he'll be doing, he will not be covering. I will continue. Okay. He'll not be leaving the covers on the bowler run-up during the day when he has a staff. You know, remember, it's not a big ground staff here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex, not an exclusive cricketing ground. So he's doing the best with what he has. And when you look at the field looks a picture. Straight to Lord. They will, oh, and Zed Lord. As the old people will say, oh Lord, because he definitely, the ball was played straight to him, and he was unable to prevent the run.
56 for 3.
Well, the action continues here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. The fans continue to come in here to this beautiful grounds here, opened just about 5 years ago by none other than the Prime Minister himself, the Right Honorable Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, and it was open to much pomp and grand activity, but it's continued to be the home of both football and cricket in the community. And one of the keystones of bringing sport not only to the national arena, but back to the communities. The Northzone Council and this T20 festival, it's the crowning jewel, really, of the Northzone season.
So we see the new bowler from the southern end is Camilo Carambokas. A very lively socialite, as they say in modern terms. Very active on TikTok. I think he's more known for his TikTok features rather than cricket these days. He continues to give a good account of himself on and off the field.
He's done well. First day getting to an impressive 80. There it's a dead ball. So Carambokas with a smile on his face. Camilo Carambokas. I'm not quite familiar with him on TikTok. Not that yes, I am on TikTok, but not that I school a lot, I should say.
A bit of mind games here. Taking a page from Kieran Pollard's book. Definitely trying to upset the advocate here. But as we were mentioning, this ground is rich in history, made famous from the ceramic Trinidad Mary Boys, when Mr. Patrick Rampersad was at the helm of a very successful Premier 1 cricketing outfit. As you see Carambokas to finally start. This one is short and it's pulled away straight to the fieldsman on the mid-wicket boundary, and they go through for a single.
Yeah, Mary Boys has a rich history, and that name, Patrick Rampersad, has done a lot for sport, not only cricket in this area. He was also the sponsor of the basketball, the Diego Martin All-Stars basketball team. Very much involved in holding leagues right here on this very ground, when it was the Ola Recreation Ground, and now the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. He cuts this one away. Beautiful shot there by Lal. It was short, it was wide, it was given the treatment. Christian Lal, you beauty, as he continues to show his class here in Diego Martin.
That one was just too much wit on offer there by Carambokas, and he's elegantly slashing this one behind point into the car park. That one went. This young man looks a peach. You need to keep him tight-lit here.
In his there at the edge of the boundary. Punches this one back past the bowler. The fielders are running around. Good work there by Kwame. Oh! And Kwame Mohammed doing some excellent work. Camilo Carambokas, he holds high standards for himself, and I think he would be disappointed there to not even put the ball onto the stumps.
To not even get a hand on that one, but that one was, like you rightfully say, it's a tracer bullet. But one thing that for certain, I think these two guys are putting their hands up for the Olympics in Paris. They're really quick between the wickets.
Beating him outside the off stick. So Lal, he's on 18 from 16. Richard Ali, 22 from 18. So Carambokas, another one of the Queen's Park guest players. And now this is good because it's a Northzone T20 festival. So it's good that the players from the premier teams in the zone have been added. And you see flicks this one impressively off the legs. They come for one when it's all they'll get.
Yeah, it's nice to see the players of the higher level coming back and giving back to their communities and rubbing shoulders. All augurs well for this competition in the future, setting the standards high. Let's see if the other zones that are attached to the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board takes a page out of their books. Carambokas again. This one is short and punched away nicely, and that is going to run into the fence. Richard Ali getting on top of that one and elegantly placing it through the cover region. Boy, oh boy, finishing on a bang as we make time and room for the Blue Waters break.
Yeah, look at it here. It was short and he just punched it off the back foot through the covers and into the fence for 4. So at the end of 10, the EYM team, after being asked to take first knock, they're 68 for 3. And while they have the Blue Waters drinks break, we'll take a drink.
Blue Waters posse identified. Somebody pass blue water. Somebody bring blue water. Somebody get blue water. And we ready now. When you're feeling hard, take a blue water spray. Take a blue water spray. In your school or house, take a blue water spray. When the bus run out, take a blue water spray. Party posse water. Working posse water. School children they water. Blue water spray. Fitness posse water. The office posse water.
Here at GMMB, love is the currency. And let's show you how we are able to transfer that energy into real conversations. Manners and respect.
Respect, my brother.
Respect, man. Speaking about respect, Adrian, I mean, how important is it to the whole banking experience?
So us at GMMB, as you know, we push a vision of love within our mission, and the purpose of that vision of love as it pertains to respect is us empathizing with our clients, being able to acknowledge their current position so that we could tailor a solution for them, because everyone's position is not the same. So our vision of love allows us to connect with our customers and our clients respectively and provide them that unique service.
Truth be told, it's GMMB. Banking for real, with real people. Manners and respect.
Always, my brother.
Every time.
GMMB.
It's banking for real.
Do whatever the crunch you want. Delicious nuggets made from 100% chicken breast. Try it in our crispy hot and spicy recipe or in the Colonel's original recipe. Mix and match. The new hot and spicy nuggets. Spiciness you love to crunch. It's finger licking good.
Complex. Match number 11 continues, where we've got El SOCORRO Youth Movement. They're up against Barataria ball players. They score at the end of 10 overs. As there we have the team standings. Savannah Boys there on top with 4 points. Barataria ball players also on 4 points from 2 games together with Paragon. And after them, we got Glenora Sports. Remember the top 4, you want to get into the top 4 as Christian Lala takes his guard. He's going to be continuing, going to be facing up to Carl Villalva as Villalva is in, dragging it back to him. There was Lala, Christian Lala. As Villalva comes in, driven on the onside, quickly across is Mohammed. And They'll get one. Kwame Mohammed there on screen. He's been excellent as a boundary rider for his team. As Ali, who faces up. He's down the track, pulling this one into the mid-wicket region. Philip, getting the ball in quickly. Does well, keeps it down to only a single.
If it's one thing for certain, Gordon, the outfielding, general outfielding has been really good from the Barataria ball players' outfit.
Yeah, they've definitely shown that they can move. Also have a good pair of hands. And this one played into the mid-wicket region. The batters taking on Kane, and they get home quite easily in the end. So now, Lal is an under-19 player, so he can zoom up and down. But the more experienced Richard Ali, how many more twos like this, lightning twos, are we going to see? Well,
big hit.
Lal decides that there's no running necessary for this one. A KXC maximum, stand and deliver. Christian Lal.
That one just slightly over pitch there by Carl Vialva. And Christian Lal, a small man in stature, and just hitting through the line of the delivery to pick up a KFC maximum. This young man packs a punch.
So he's on to 28 from 21. It goes again. This time it bisects the two fielders. 1-2 bounces into the fence. 4 more runs. So Lal is on the charge. It seems to be at the halftime. They had a chat and decided that they're going to take the attack to this Barataria ball players bowling unit.
See that one crisply hit straight back past the bowler, running directly into the side screens. I definitely think the Barataria ball players and Deron Wilson missed a trick or two here by keeping Dishon Charles out of the attack for this long. Definitely leads to coming to the attack for certain to restrict things.
Well, I think they just probably tried to stick in those couple overs there from Carl Vialva. And then from about the 12th over all the way to the end, it's going to be Charles and Karen Bokas to finish things off. And right on cue, Charles is going to be coming from the southern end. Dishon Charles, of course, played with Police, but he's also played the white ball version with Clark Road in the National T20 Festival. A bit of a white ball mercenary, a gun for hire, quite quick, quite good with the bat, and then added in some steady overs from him. You've got
variation you can get from him, that's for certain. Tobago-born youngster. He starts with a nice slow delivery straight up to Ali. Just punching this one. Captain Wilson unable to guard it cleanly, and they go through for a single. But it's nice to see because, you know, from back in the days, there were very few cricketers that made the journey from the Sith style. One that definitely for the reckoning, who had played a lot of cricket here, is that of Lincoln Roberts, who stand tall.
He played his cricket this side of the country for Mary Boys. The majority of his cricket, that is. This one just flicked off the legs. And they're going to come back for 2. Always willing to take on the armor, young Lal. And it's Ramdullah with his hands on his waist. But what is most interesting, as I said, he's going to be testing the fitness of Richard Ali.
I think he probably will have a few more in him after the Blue Waters break. Replenishing him his electrolytes.
When you watch Ali demeanor. He doesn't seem to be bothered by it. Normally, the non-striker will be gasping out of breath. But Ali has just decided that he's going to be running just as hard as Lal. A good partnership being built here.
As we see, the Barataria ball players are paying for their woes. That missed chance, that run out, would have definitely turned the tide. But he lives to fight another day. As you see Charles once more into Ali. This one is on line of the middle stump. Unable to make any contact. A stifle, half-hearted appeal by the wicketkeeper. So let's not forget, you are viewing Northzone T20 Festival. Coming to you live from the Diego Martin Regional Sporting Complex. SOCORRO Youth Movement versus Barataria ball players. Score 86 for 3. Charles once more. This one's another short delivery, tugged away to the mid-wicket region, and it's going to go all the way. In fact, it's a one bounce into the boundary. Signal for Dijon Charles, a bit erratic here to start as we see this one. Tugged in. And Richard Ali getting on top of that one and pulling it away handsomely in the end. Score races up to 90 for 3. One ball left in the 12th over. Dijon Charles once more. It's a big heave, a swing and a miss there by Ali. Unable to make any contact with that delivery. So it's a relatively quiet over. So that's the score. 90 for 3 after 12. Remember, viewers, we are here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. If you're in the area, come on down. We'll be right back after this break.
Subway Series presents the Italianos. 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
So welcome back here as we see the 13th over about to start. It's going to be Camilo Carambuca switching ends here. So you see the projected score is 150 at this current time, with the current run rate at 7.5 and over from here on in. I think they're just laying their foundation and the platform for some big hitting to the back end with the likes of Kian Isaac, Akil Timothy, Brian Boudram to come. Like the look of this young man, he's looked well equipped. Stylish, elegantly, classy, as the number states on his back. 52, that of one of the classiest right-handers, Marlon Samuels. There's Carambucas now, change of end. This one is right up in the block hole, dogged out well by Lal. They just go through for a single. So it's not a matter of crying over spilled milk, but two very important chances going a begging for the Barataria ball players. The run-out chance and that man in your picture, Kwame Mohammed, with the drop catch a bit earlier. This one is tugged away down to the mid-wicket region. The fielder is getting wrong, and Kane, he's fumbling. Manages to make the stop in the end, aided by Mohammed. Gets the return in, and the score moves up by 2 to 93 for 2. Christian Lal is on 36 not out from 25 deliveries, and Richard Ali is on 34 from 25. See Carambucas just running his hands over this delivery. Kane, a fortuitous dive there in the end, a slip more than anything else. This one is full and tugged away again. It's almost like an active repeat. And this one, they go through for 2 comfortably. These two have definitely put the wheels on. Getting around quite comfortably. Camilo Carambucas, as mentioned before, applied his trade with the Queen's Park outfit this year. It's done relatively well. Couple hundreds in the 2-day and 3-day format of the game. So EYM on the bounce here, looking to recover from their 2 defeats previously. It's Carambucas again. This one is a slow delivery and he's bowled him. He's beaten all ends up. Carambucas celebrates with the Sioux celebration. And a much needed breakthrough here for the Barataria ball players. Getting the well set Richard Ali.
A very important wicket there. Carambucas celebrates as that's an important breakthrough there for the Barataria ball players, because this partnership just looked like it was going to take the game away from the Barataria ball players team. Bowled. So Keon Isaac comes to the wicket. It isn't going to get any easier. He shares a bump hand with Lala.
So as we see, these guys are about to mash the accelerator and add some impetus to this innings. Let's see how Keon Isaac fares. So score is 95 for 4, 12.4 overs. I see the projected total is in excess of 150. Do you think they will get close there, Gordon?
Well, if Isaac gets going here today, I think 175 is on the cards, because young Lale is going well. Carambucas just guiding this one there, Isaac. And this is what's going to happen here. Well, Richard Ali ran well between the wickets. That's going to continue with this pair. And after that, the big hitting of Isaac. Of course, you know, big hitters, either they get going or they don't.
Not really.
So, but if he gets going, I think we're going to have a feast here. Ali just pulls this one into the middle wicket region. Keane does the fielding. Good early release and throw.
That's the end of a successful over for the Barataria ball players outfit. Score now 97 for 4 at the end of 13 overs. So the crowds continue to trickle in here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. We have quite a game on our hands here.
Yeah, it's well positioned. If you were a fan, as you see the figures, the most expensive, Carl Villalba, his 2 overs costing 21 runs. But some good bowling by Darren Wilson, the skipper, and Marlon Phillip, both bowling out early on. So at the end of 13, and with Dishon, Charles looking to continue from the southern end. We look to bring in the new bowler, that's Mr. Ian Wason. So while Dishon continues from the southern end, I'll make my departure. Good afternoon, Ian.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm hoping that I can continue with the spell that you would have handed me the mic with.
Charles to continue. Just tugging this one down to the long on region. They will attempt for 2. It's turned back by Keon Isaac. So hello and welcome, Mr. Wason. Welcome to the commentary box.
Thank you. Well, we have had some good weather for the past 2 days, as opposed to what we would have encountered over the weekend. And the cricketers, of course, will be glad for that. Now, EYM want to win so badly. They've lost their opening 2 games. And they're playing against ball players who would have won their previous 2 games, as this one is guided on for 1.
So it's a case of 2 very interesting stories. Both teams fighting for qualification for the next rounds, just on 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. As you see, the senior player in Dijon Charles taking mantle of marshalling the troops, helping and lending a hand to Mr. Wilson. As you see, a little bit of adjustments in the field. The 3rd man is now coming into the circle. The 4 men outside the circle. 5, in fact. There's a backward square, mid wicket, long off, long on, and a deep extra cover on the boundary. As Charles ambles in. And a short tugged away to the backward square region. And they go through for quite a comfortable single in the end. So, Mr. Wilson, I know you're a man of many tales. Do you have any stories or events with this Barataria ball players outfit?
Well, it was against the Barataria ball players last year, where I played my first game in about 8 years. It took me a while before I got fit, but yes, I did bowl decent. After 8 years, it was against his team. This one is played on the outside. It was for 1.
There's a chance of a run out there. I think that there's no prompting from the audience, so I targeted Mr. Wilson with this question, and a lot of history behind him and the Barataria ball players outfit. So we'll be eager to hear this as the night continues. As you see, the 100 is up for the EYM outfit. It's now 101 for 4 in 13.4. Dijon Charles in the midst of his spell. This one's another short delivery. A bit of glove on that one, just tucked around the corner to the short fine leg fieldsman. The score moves up by 1.
While Dijon Charles is known for his batting, he's been doing quite well with the ball of late. And his figures so far, just his second over, none for 11.
This one is another slow delivery just on the line of off stump. Keon Isaac unable to make any contact with that one. That's the end of the over. The score 102 for 4 at the end of 14 overs.
So the EYM winning promotion to the TTCB National League Division 2, and they also won the 40 over competition. They're looking for the Triple Crown, but from now it will be very difficult to achieve because of the 2 losses.
So we go to a break and be back shortly.
Subway Series presents the Italianos. 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
So we're back live now. So they go through for a quick single. It's an overthrow. A bit of sloppy work there from the wicketkeeper, allowing that ball to slip through. As we see Carl Vialva to continue. I think it's a sorry case here, Mr. Wilson. It's not very often we see 2 opening bowlers bowl their spells on a trot. And you now have your 3 remaining bowlers to fiddle around with the last 12.
Yes, it's a bit difficult. This one is driving past the bowler. They will just get 1.
You know, with that being said, I know you probably have had the extreme pleasure of playing against this young man in Christian Lal with the QREP outfit earlier in the year.
No, I didn't really play much matches this year. In fact, I only played one B-team game this year. I was concentrating on coaching, really. I didn't really play much.
So this is another dot delivery here from Carl Villalva. Keon Isaac unable to really put the foot down on the accelerator. Now he has removed the helmet. It's all hell for leather. This one is another good delivery here. This one just moving inwards. Typical off-break delivery. Unable to get under it is Keon Isaac. I know he's eager to get one off the middle of the bat, and this one is crunched away down to the Milwaukee region, but it's straight to Karen Bokas. Doesn't offer the opportunity for a second run. Boy, oh boy, we have a clash on our hands here. Villalva to continue. This one is punched away, a bit of forehand, like a tennis shot there is Lal punching this one back down past the bowler for a single. And that's bringing the end to the 15th over. The score now moves on to 108 for 4. Christian Lal is on 44 and Keon Isaac on 5. 30 legal deliveries remaining. See how much they get.
And as you mentioned, Devon Wilson and Marlon Phillip bowling out there 4 overs. So Devon Wilson bowled 4 overs, 1 for 25, and Phillip 4 overs, 2 for 22, which were good figures. But as you mentioned, now Villalva has 1 more over to go. 3 overs, none for 26. Camilo Carimbucas, 2 overs, 1 for 19. He has 2 overs to go. And Dijon Charles, 2 overs, none for 6. But we are seeing the introduction, a rather belated introduction of Curvis John, who would have bowled earlier in the previous matches. So I was now going to suggest that the ball players team would have just been used, would just use the 5 overs, but they now introduced the 6 bowler, and it's Curvis John, who has been doing well previously in the tournament. So I guess he would bowl overs number 16, 18, and 20 according to how it goes.
I think it's a hard ask to come this late in the innings. It's a brilliant stop there. Diving around is Dijon Charles. Expertly sliding inside of the boundary line to save that one, saving his team's 2 comfortable runs in the end. I think it's a hard ask here for a bowler to come and settle in where 2 batsmen are going and motoring along at this point in time. It's going to take a lot of him. Let's see how he fares.
And that's a really nice sliding stop from Charles. But in the meantime, this is heaved into the air. It will go to the fielder. And Kwame Mohammed takes the catch. EYM lose their 5th wicket, 110 for 5.
Boy, oh boy, Kwame Mohammed not making a meal of this one. Grasping this one safely in the end. And I think it's another case of the commentator's curse. I think it's hard to start. And Mr. Kevish John is showing that anything is possible in this cricket, lovely cricket here, the game of glorious uncertainties. In T20, you can be prepared to come on at any time, Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, and this is what you always want to do as a bowler, to always be ready. You don't know when the captain is going to call upon you. Like a couple nights ago, when I can't remember who they were playing, but the combined All-Stars, they brought on Critchlow, and coming to the very end, they were just to defend about 2 or 3 runs in the over, and he got a wicket. So he was always ready. Bowlers need to always be ready for whenever the captain would call upon them.
So we see the captain striding out to the wicket, Shakim Prince, with his alias DJ Dole, proudly printed on his t-shirt. Synonymously known for his wind ball exploits. You may see 1 or 2 creative shots here. He's very innovative, known for his paddles and reverse. Let's see how he will fare here, and if he will add some impetus. Curvis John with his tails up here in to Shaquem Prince, and this one is driven nicely. They go through for a single. It's fielded by Deron Wilson. So it's a tight rope here at this point in time. If these two get off, they can easily go past 150. But a couple wickets here, who knows, they could go and stumble under 130 maybe. Lots left to be desired as we see the crowds continue to come in here. As John again, this one is a slower delivery. Isaac on the chance for a run out here, they go for two. And Isaac sprinting for all money, getting back there. It's a wayward throw in the end by Lord.
He's sprinting as though he should be in Paris.
I was having this discussion earlier with Gordon. These two guys definitely putting their names up there to be amongst Jaheim Richards and a few of the others on that Paris bong train. You see that one again, tugged away, not getting much on it. Lord was a bit tentative coming to that delivery. Isaac is down the track and driving this one nicely now. Down to the middle region. Kwame Mohammed again with the feeling is a good throw in the end.
It was excellent fielding from Kwame Mohammed because just before, I was not going to comment on the delivery before where the fielder waited for the ball to come to him, but Kwame Mohammed attacked the ball and got in the throw, which would have been a big difference to the miss run out earlier because he waited for the ball to come to him. He went down, which was correct, but he didn't attack the ball.
As we see a bit of change here, the keeper is now coming up to the stumps. Probably trying to limit Kian Isaac coming down the track. But with that being said, Mr. Wilson, you know, as cricket has developed and generations has changed, we often see fielders coming a couple yards off the boundary line to, you know, to get that. This one is tucked away behind. Backward square and is going to run into the fence. The vacant fine leg area. That's a bad delivery there. It is not going to set a field for bad bowling.
No, you cannot do that. No, as you mentioned that the game has evolved. Yes, I have no problem with the game evolving, but I still believe in sticking to the basics. And a simple thing I do not see much again of is the batsmen moving back and across. You don't see much of that anymore. Only selected batsmen will do that. Batsmen are more at a stand and deliver kind of approach. You don't see much of that back and across anymore.
Indeed, indeed.
Fielders coming into the boundary. That's why we have seen, even in this competition, some balls going over the fielder's head but still dropping for 4 and not 6.
That's a very interesting point there you made. I think there's no, as we have come to the realization that over the years that there's no right and wrong way to actually playing cricket. It's what's effective at the point of time. Because if you look at some of the past cricketers are not the most picturesque on the eyes. That of Shivnarine Chanderpaul, very effective. And most recent, Rory Burns, who almost seems to be batting facing square leg. So a lot's left to be desired. I mean, the game, as you said, it's generally improving. A lot of science, a lot of technology being placed into the game.
Because at the end of the day, some people have been saying that batting is about bat, hit, ball. And things of like foot movement and those things would help you achieve that. But basically, batting is about bat, hit, ball.
Karam Bokas to continue. Prince is down the track and pulling away. This is a chance for a catch. Boy, oh boy, that is a misjudgment as we see a wayward throw in the end there. Camilo Karam Bokas will not be happy with that effort there from the young man on the mid-wicket boundary.
Well, in picking up for the bowler, in picking up for the fielder, I would suggest that it's very difficult. Yes, as I made this point earlier, sometime earlier in the tournament. Yes, it's a white ball in the dark night, but sometimes you could lose the ball with the floodlights in the backdrop.
Matthias Ramdullah is the fieldsman there.
Sometimes you can really lose the ball in the floodlights. The glare of the lights.
Boy, oh boy, we have a contest on our hands here as Karam Bokas ambles in to Isaac, and this one is on the line of the off stump, peeling away to the short fine leg fieldsman. I think they would go back for 2. They decide against it. Good feeling in the end. Score moves up by 1 to 120 for 5. Carl Villalva pulling his hamstring there a bit. Hope all is well with him to see him at the bat in a few as we see the replay here. It's a pitched up delivery, squirting away to the short fine leg region. Brings the left-handed Shaquem Prince back on strike. This one unable to get it away. It's a good delivery here. Karen Bokas in the middle of a very good spell here. It's a bit costly in his second over. But he is coming to the party here.
They would want to replicate what Christian Lal and Richard Ali had done earlier. Christian Lal made 45 from 34, and Richard Ali 36 from 27.
So the current run rate is 7.3. A couple dot balls, and you would see that drop dramatically. Karambuka sporting the number 60, passes the umpire aboard and bowls, and he's bowled him! Boy, oh boy! That is a good delivery right up there and disturbing the furniture. Keon Isaac has to make the antagonizing walk back to the pavilion. Mr. Wason, that's a delivery you will definitely be proud of.
Yes, of course. Beautiful delivery. If you're looking at the replay, middle stump and the off stump. Well, the middle stump just got away by a couple inches, but the off stump was in harm's way. Excellent delivery. And incoming the number 47.
Akil Timothy, the man known commonly around the cricket fraternity as a Beanie, has plied his trade with the Queen's Park outfit and on numerous other teams in the Northeastern Division. Represented Trinidad under 19, Trinidad under 23 as well. Elder statesman in the game. One of the most economic left unorthodox in the country. We'll see him a bit later. But he definitely packs a punch, not only in size, but hits a very long ball as well as Akil Timothy. So a wicket at a very crucial time here, 121 for 6. Mr. Wason, do you think the 150 looks possible at this time?
Well, seeing that there were two new batsmen at the crease, and the number 7 and number 8 batsmen, it's going to take a big effort from them to do that. And especially when you have Dijon Charles, he will still have 2 more overs to go. Karen Bokas, this is 3rd over. It's going to be very difficult. I'm more seeing 140.
So it's another slow delivery here. And Akil Timothy is long forward. Unable to score. So it's a very good spell here from Karen Bokas. So I guess the writing's on the wall how it's going to finish. It's going to be Dijon Charles for 2 and Karen Bokas for 1 from this end. So you see the field, a backward square, mid wicket, long off, long on, and a cover on the boundary. Karen Bokas again passes and points, another slow delivery. Full delivery just driven out to Kwame Mohammed at long off and brings an end to the over. A successful over, which you see his figures move up to 2 wickets for 23. The score is 122 for 6, Mr. Wason.
Yeah, so they have 3 overs to get at least 28 runs to get to 150 mark. It's going to be very difficult. And even if they get to that mark, it's going to be very difficult to contain the likes of Karen Bokas and Dijon Charles. We know what they can do and we know what they are capable of. So the EYM should have tried to make close to 200, 180, 190. Of course, I wasn't here earlier to see the nature of the pitch. But what we would have seen here during the tournament, 180 is very difficult to defend even.
So as we see the scorecard here for the El SOCORRO Youth Movement, Alex Kasiram was caught.
Unless you are pool 9 seems to be defending anything. Couldn't last night though against North Coast, North Side, the Future Stars.
So we see Charles to finish from the southern end. This one is another slow delivery, a slight fumble from the wicketkeeper.
So they're seeing Charles back in the attack with John. Just the 1 over he bowled, 1 for 11. So I'm guessing that Charles will bowl numbers 18 and 20. Karen Bookus will bowl in the 19th over. So they will bowl out the rest of the overs.
Charles once more again, another slow delivery. It's a big heave there from Akil Timothy, unable to make any contact. As spectators or commentators or persons just managing to look on, we see slow deliveries and think that, oh, they are such a walk in the park, that's a dolly, that's a pie. Truth be told, they are very hard to get away. Charles once more again. This one, a little bit more pace on this delivery. Trying to tug this one to the mid-wicket region, coming off the inner portion of the bat and trickles to the short fine leg. They go through for a single. Score moves up by 1 to 123. Mr. Wilson, what's your batting prowess? Do you think that slow deliveries are a touch harder to get away at the back end of the innings?
Well, I'm speaking as a bowler's point of view, not as a batsman. I don't ever speak as a batsman.
So you're taking yourself out?
Yes, but as a bowler, I think that is a ball that you want part of the arsenal.
Charles again to Charles.
And you see things like that happen now because a batter would be accustomed with a pace, especially if he's driving. And this is why I love when batsmen are driving at me. If he drives me for 4 back past me, I tend to get happy because I tell myself this is where I want him. Because when I put it there for him again and I slow it up, he will come and play early. Once he plays early, that ball will go in the air and offer anyone a catch. So that is why I love to bowl the slower ball.
Charles once more to Prince. It's another slow and he's bowled him. Playing on, looking to tug this one to the mid-wicket region. After attempting a slog sweep, the delivery before, a repeat of the shot, another inside edge, and the EYM outfit lose another wicket. Boy, oh boy, 140 looks a task at this point in time.
140 and all look hard. 130 might more be it. But for the sake of a good run chase, let's go for the 140 or even 150. Well, this would bring on the new batsman,
Brian Boudram, another of their guest players who has plied his trade with the recently promoted Prisons outfit.
Prisons will be campaigning in the Prem 1 next year. And
So you see the replay there, that one was wide outside the line of the off stump. Had Prince stuck to his guns and gone over cover, he may have been a tad bit more successful.
as we are talking teams that have been promoted and demoted, I think about Alaskan Comets. Some years ago, this team was one of the big teams in the country. And next year, they'll be playing Central Zone. So they have fallen from Prem 1. They only spent 1 season in Prem 2. They were relegated immediately further down. I think they would.
As I was having the conversation earlier with Mr. Gordon Pay, I think that a same thing happened with this EYM outfit. They were up and down the ladder for quite some time. They went as far as going straight up to Premier 1 and slid right back down. So here's Charles in the midst of a very good overhead. It's a foolish delivery. Signal wide there.
Yes, and EYM only stayed 1 season in Northzone. Well, this is the season they have been granted promotion back to Prem 2. Hopefully they will stay a longer time there, but it's left to be seen.
So Charles looking to finish this successful over thus far. This one is...
And this one is wide outside the off stump. Not much difference from the previous delivery that was called wide, but this time the umpire lets it pass.
So that's the end of the 18th over. The score 124 for 7. El SOCORRO Youth Movement looking to put on a competitive total here.
So we'll go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll see the last 2 overs.
Since they were on sale, Laura bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? You'd better come and satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. 7 pieces of delicious chicken with a bucket of fries. The KFC Wow Bucket for $119.95.
So we're back here as we see the bowling scorecard here. It's definitely going to be Dejon Charles and Camila Karambokas to finish. As you see Karambokas again, another slow delivery. A big heave here from Akil Timothy. Unable to make any contact. As you see, he had a change in gloves. A very colorful, bright orange pair here. Now let's see if it's going to bring him a bit more luck. See, Karambokas seems to be having a slight niggle there. Not a good side there for the Barataria ball players. Karambokas again. Slow delivery right up in the block hole again. This is a very good over thus far. 2 dot deliveries in your penultimate over. Will augur as well, but it's not a good sight to see Karambokas limping like this. It's a cause for concern for the Barataria ball players. So the field at this point in time is third man on fine leg inside the circle with a deep mid-wicket. Backward square, long off, long on. And Akil Timothy is driving this one handsomely down to the long off fieldsman, just for one. Brings the new batsman, Brian Boudram, left-hander. Haven't seen much left-handers in this EYM outfit for himself, Brian Boudram and Shaquem Prince. So there's a deep backward square, a mid-wicket, long on, long off, and a cover on the boundary. The men inside the circle, short fine leg, third man, backward point, and a cover.
And I cannot remember Karambokas doing this much bowling with Queen's Park, but certainly he's doing well here.
And he's bowling.
So that's the 8th wicket, the 3rd for Karambokas. And maybe next season he will be doing some more bowling with Queen's Park. But he's got 3 wickets here, 3 for 24, and he still has 2 deliveries to go.
He's definitely showing his all-round prowess here. But if it's one thing for certain, with that celebration, he doesn't seem to have the injury anymore. Exuberant celebration is another slow delivery, taking pace off the ball. And playing along before time is Brian Boudram. Killing a huge chunk of that one. And ricocheting back onto the stumps. Uprooting the leg stump. So the 140 seems a task at this point in time.
Have you ever batted, heard the stumps rattle and look back at the stumps? I never look back at the stumps. I just walk.
That sounds like a sorry case there, Mr. Wason. But I think that as a batsman, from over the years, there has been instances that the ball has hit the stumps and the bail has not fell.
Well,
there is.
But if you clatang, you must know the bail.
Well, I mean, I'd want to believe that you will know when your furniture is disturbed.
I don't ever look back. I just, once I hear clatang,
you continue walking.
Just walk.
As we see, Mr. Brian Boudram did, in fact, continue walking there. As we see the celebration here from Camilo Karambokas.
In fact, the only time I would look back at the stump is according to where the pavilion is.
There's a shout of half-hearted appeal here as we see the new batsman, Mohammed Aziz. Sounds like he came directly off the plane in Lahore, Pakistan to be exact. See how he veers with the ball. So Karambokas here, coming up to scratch for his captain here this afternoon, Deron Wilson. Some questionable decisions about his bowling lineup, but he's making it happen. This is tugged away to the mid-wicket fence, and Akil Timothy gets into the axe of things. And that is a KFC maximum here. A much needed one at this point in time. Taking the score to pass 130. It's now gone up to 132 at the end of 90, Mr. Wilson.
Yes, he went for the slower ball, bowler full toss, and Akil Timothy dealt with it as he should. 6 runs, and it's 132 for 8. Maybe they can get up to the 140.
Sometimes as a batsman, you just need one to come off the middle of the bat, and then you look like a completely different batsman for these last 6 deliveries here. So I think that the writing's on the wall, and Mumtaz Aziz has to get the strike turned over to Akil Timothy. Let's see how he goes. But I think that slower delivery was a bit too predictable at that point in time. Could have gone pace on the ball at that point to restrict him. But Camilo Karambokas will finish him with the tidy figures of 4 overs, 3 for 30. See Dijon Charles coming back to finish. Give or take, he has to defend 8 to help his team restrict EYM to 140. So the field for this last over is a deep backward square, middle kit, long off, long on, and a cover on the boundary as Charles in. This one is caught on ball.
Easy like Sunday morning, a Sunday morning walk in the park, Sunday morning walk in the hollows.
And Mohammed Aziz stay, it's another short stay. As you see, another duck. Not sticking to the script at all, just to get a single and get down on the other end to give Akil Timothy the bulk of the strike for these remaining 5 deliveries.
So the EYM, the woes continue. And ball players looking like they can trot to their 3rd straight win.
So the new batsman is Johan Sirju, coming in at number 11.
Try to pull that cramped for space, and an easy return catch for the tall Tobagonian, Dijon Charles.
So some 5 legal deliveries remaining here. How much will they muster? Lots left to be desired here. I think more importantly, they would want to battle the entire 5 balls, the entire 20.
They want to do that and try to get as many runs as possible.
This one is tucked away to the middle, just behind square. And they get a single, and Johan Sirju is off and running. So I guess there wouldn't be much running here from here on in for these last 4 deliveries. We see Keane, who took a marvelous catch in early to get rid of Kasiram. Who's your money on here, Mr. Wilson?
I want to put it with the batsman. But Dijon Charles has been bowling very smart, very smartly. So you can go either way.
So he's down the track and unable to get the bulk of it. He refuses the single rightfully. Give himself a chance to pick up a couple boundaries in these last remaining 3 deliveries. Akil Timothy packs a punch indeed. Charles once more ambling run-up passes and fly on balls. Back in the way, he's cleaned him.
Middle stump gone. The middle stump gone to sleep. 133 all out. EYM, their woes continue.
So that is direct on the money. 133 all out as we see the slower delivery again. Dijon Charles uprooting the middle stump. Goalpost style there as they stay in layman terms. That is a tremendous end and a marvelous delivery to finish the innings. So there you have it. That's the equation. The Barataria ball players need 134 from their allotted 20 overs to go 3-3.
Look at it again. So we saw 45 from Christian Lal and a 36 from Richard Ali. Those were the two best batsmen for the El Socorro Youth Movement. And to pick out the bowlers, of course, we have Dijon Charles, 3 for 15 off his 4 overs. Camilo Carimbo, 3 for 30 off his 4 overs. Charles, 3 for 30 off, 3 for 15, sorry, off actually 3 overs.
So there you have it.
Let's
As
relive some of the moments of the innings.
It started with Marlon Phillips getting the early wicket, that of Kasiram, well caught there by Kane on the cover boundary. That early breakthrough really stamped their spirits as Phillips continued his merry way, picking up another wicket, bowling Ryan Innes. And then the formidable partnership of Christian Lal and Richard Ali before Ali was comprehensively bowled by Camilo Carambokas. And Carambokas continued to hit timbers all the way down. Dijon Charles also joined the party but was aided by the batsman. And Carambokas celebrated. But there was a lot of disturbed furniture for the early part of that innings. Hope all augurs well for the remainder, Mr. Wason.
Yes, and we'll all see it when we come back. In the meantime, ball players, they need 134 runs to win in 20 overs. We'll see how that goes when we come back.
Subway Series presents the Italianos. 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
Do you have multiple loans with high installments? Is that weighing you down? Police Credit Union has the solution for you. Merge all your commitments into one manageable payment, affordable interest rate, and a comfortable loan repayment too. Break free from those shackles with our Free Yourself Debt Consolidation Loan. Let PCU be the key to your financial freedom. Apply for a Free Yourself loan today. All loans are subject to normal lending criteria. Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
Since they were on sale, Laura bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? You'd better come and satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. 7 pieces of delicious chicken with a bucket of fries. The KFC Wow Bucket for $119.95.
Blue water, somebody bring blue water, somebody get blue water, and we ready now. When you feeling hard, take a blue water spray. Take a blue water spray. In your school or home, take a blue water spray. When we pass one out, take a blue water spray. Party pussy water, working pussy water. School children they water. Blue water spray. Fitness pussy water. The office pussy water.
Here at GMMB, love is the currency. And let's show you how we're able to transfer that energy into real conversations. Manners and respect.
Respect, my brother.
Respect, man. Speaking about respect, Adrian, I mean, how important is it to the whole banking experience?
So us at GMMB, as you know, we push a vision of love within our mission, and the purpose of that vision of love as it pertains to respect is us empathizing with our clients, being able to acknowledge their current position so that we could tailor a solution for them. Because everyone's position is not the same. So our vision of love allows us to connect with our customers and our clients respectively and provide them that unique service.
Truth be told, it's GMMB, banking for real, with real people. Manners and respect, always, every time.
GMMB.
It's banking for real.
Do whatever the crunch you want. Delicious nuggets made from 100% chicken breast. Try it in our crispy hot and spicy recipe or in the Colonel's original recipe. Mix and match. The new hot and spicy nuggets. Spiciness you love to crunch. It's finger licking good.
Would you stop being such a people pleaser? It makes you happy. Stop it.
Doesn't get any better than this.
Oh, well. Let the fake friendliness continue.
Subway Series presents the Italianos. 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
Do you have multiple loans with high installments? Is that weighing you down? Police Credit Union has the solution for you. Merge all your commitments into one manageable payment, affordable interest rate, and a comfortable loan repayment term. Break free from those shackles with our Free Yourself Debt Consolidation Loan. Let PCU be the key to your financial freedom. Apply for a Free Yourself loan today. All loans are subject to normal lending criteria. Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
Since they were on sale, Laura bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? You'd better come and satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. 7 pieces of delicious chicken with a bucket of fries. The KFC Wow Bucket for $119.95.
Pass blue water, somebody bring blue water, somebody get blue water, and we ready now. When you feel hard, take up the water spray. Take up the water spray. In your school or house, take up the water spray. When the bus run out, take up the water spray. Party bossy water, working bossy water. The school children they water. The water spray, this bossy water.
Here at GMMB, love is the currency. And let's show you how we are able to transfer that energy into real conversations. Manners and respect.
Respect, my brother.
Respect, man. Speaking about respect, Adrian, I mean, how important is it to the whole banking experience?
So us at GMMB, as you know, we push a vision of love within our mission, and the purpose of that vision of love as it pertains to respect is us empathizing with our clients, being able to acknowledge their current position so that we could tailor a solution for them, because everyone's position is not the same. So our vision of love allows us to connect with our customers and our clients respectively and provide them that unique service.
Truth be told, GMMB, banking for real, with real people, manners and respect.
Always, my brother.
Every time.
GMMB.
It's banking for real.
We used to hide under the cover.
Come back to the Diego Martin Sporting Complex as we get ready for the reply. As the Diego Martin ball players, they need 134 runs to win into the 4 overs. It's match day number 11. It's Barataria ball players needing 134 to win in 20 overs. The required run rate is simple, 6.7 to get. I'm going pair. Together with me is Mr. Ian Wason. Ian, a very interesting match here. The game hangs in the balance. Well, we see it's going to be the impressive Keon Isaac who's going to open the bowling from the southern end. He's going to be bowling to the number 49 for the Barataria ball players team. That's Curvish John. So Curvish John, who's going to be facing. Opening the batting with him, Mr. Kwame Mohammed. Kwame Mohammed has not been very impressive for the Barataria ball players team. In fact, the opening partnership has not been good. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Keon Isaac, he's showing that this wicket has a little bit in it for the faster bowlers. They are pitching just short of a good length and steaming through to the keeper. The keeper, the young Lala. Isaac just guided away. Half stop, and Kasim Ram has to do the fielding. He's struggling to get the ball in, and they're able to come back for 2. So a comedy of errors. The only person who's not happy is Isaac, as we see the fielder would have stayed down. That's Richard Ali. Was guided firmly there with a bit of a rough stop, and then staying down. He's holding his quad muscle there. So it seemed to be a pull quad muscle. Now remember, Richard Ali, he had a partnership with Lal, and he was running lots of quick singles, lots of 2s. And I said on commentary that it's going to have an effect, definitely, on the older, more mature Richard Ali. You know, when you're young, you could do all the shuttles that you need to do, and they don't really affect you. But as you get older, you see they're just applying some of the magic spray to the knee. The 2 umpires, Mrs. Candice Laborde on the right-hand side, and Sodial. Arjun Sidial there. As we see limping off is Ali, the physio. She comes on. And they're the think tank of the El SOCORRO youth movement, just trying to find some solutions here. It was Prince, the captain there. But the Barataria ball players, they're off and running here. Covers John, he's on 2. So remember, it's the Northzone T20 Festival, the crowning jewel of not only the Northzone, but also Trinidad and Tobago's cricket, really. It's the last active tournament for the this part of the season. The Dream 11 is over. The National T20 Festival is over. So it's all about the Northzone T20 Festival. And if you want to enjoy good cricket, the place to be is the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. As Isaac steams in, short, it peels off the edge. The fielder is coming in. Oh, he bounces before him, and to add injury to insult, it rolls into the fence for 4. So an awful attempt there by Kasi Ram. He was just in the cover region when there was a bit of a misfield. It was short. It peeled off the edge, and it should have been an easy catch. He came in, and then he landed awkwardly. And definitely, injury to insult. Well, there we see Kasiram. He's been through the wars already. Just 3 deliveries gone. The Barataria ball players coming off here and showing intent. They're looking to start like a house on fire as Isaac steams in. Tucked in. They're going to take a run here. Oh, and then he doesn't even get the ball off of his hands. It was Gracie Alfred. We can keep all smiles as well as Alfred. They just pushed it on the onside. And Alfred throwing the ball into his feet. The only person who's not impressed is the bowler, as his figures continue to be dirty here. He should be on 4, in fact, 4 dot balls and a wicket. Yeah, definitely. And then you know the CPL is coming as well. So a lot of cricket, but local cricket. You know, Northzone T20 Festival leading the way. You know, as the Ali Lal showing how he should have attempted to take that one. Already 12 runs from this over. Isaac around the wicket. And again, he goes down the leg side. They're able to go through for a run. So it's going to be 2 wides as well. They're still in the first over. So this over, a dot ball. Then the ball was guided into the gully region. The fielder misfielded, and it rebounded and went into the cover region, and they were able to run 2. So where that's supposed to be a dot delivery, the very next delivery, an edge, Kasiram totally misjudging it. It bounced and went into the fence for 4. Ball outside your stump. Dot delivery. You want to finish off this over now. The impressive Keon Isaac. The Barataria resident, playing for Barataria ball players. He comes from a strong footballing family, but strong sporting family, living in just that area there, just around 3rd Avenue. Turns at the top of his run. He's going to be facing John. Bowling to John. And John just bangs this one past the man at mid-off. He's chasing. He does well. So good work there by the big guy to turn and track it down. That's Hassim. And that brings the end of the over. So at the end of over number 1, it's the Barataria ball players team looking to get to 134 for victory. They're 16 without loss. So it's been an electric tournament thus far. If we could just go back and what took place on the opening day, it was Paragon up against the SOCORRO, youth movement. Paragon, they got past El SOCORRO youth movement, winning that one by 7 wickets. The second day, Lenora Sports, they went up against the Barataria ball players team. The Barataria ball players team winning a nail-biter in a super over. Then it was the third of Pole 9 who came up against the QPCC, and Pole 9 won that one handsomely. Savannah boys, they started off on match day number 4 and playing Santa Cruz, and they got one past the Santa Cruz team. Then the Barataria ball players, they return on Friday. As we see that ball just bowled, played back as they scurry through for a quick single. Timothy with the ball. So Akil Timothy with the ball. So then it was the turn of, on Friday, the turn of the combined all-stars to come up against Barataria ball players, and they were turned back by the Barataria ball players team. On Saturday, with rain all around the country, we somehow was able to get in 2 games. In the first game, a 5-over affair. The Glamorgan's sports team, this one is flicked off the legs. It's going to go pretty close to the boundary. It goes. Is it a good save? They get 2. It was Isaac who chased all the way. So on Saturday, Glenora, they came up against the El SOCORRO youth movement, and that game was a 5-over affair. 90 runs scored by Glenora. The El SOCORRO youth movement just falling short, 15 runs short. In the second game, short ball just pushed back. In the second game on Saturday, the Northside Future Stars, they came to Diego Martin and to play Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz looking to bounce back after their opening day defeat, and that they did, restricting the Northside Future Stars to just 70 off 12. And then they were able to track it down, of course, with the impressive former national captain Darren Bravo in their ranks, Santa Cruz. Then it was on to Sunday. The Savannah boys getting past the QPCC outfit, and Paragon getting past the combined all-stars to move to 2 from 2. On Monday, the North Side Future Stars returned. He's beating him all ends up there. Returned to the Diego Martin Sporting Complex, and they were able to get a victory versus pool 9 to just put the cat among the pigeons. So at the end of 2 overs, the Barataria ball players team trying to get to 134 for win their 19 without loss. So we go into a break. We'll have more action after.
Subway Series presents the Italianos. 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
So welcome back as Isaac, it seems, is going to continue. As there we see the standings right at the top. Savannah Boys, they're 2 from 2 with they're 2 from 2 with 4 points. Remember, it's supposed to be 2 groups as well. The groups are in group number 1. There's the combined all-stars, Paragon Sports, Glenora Sports, Barataria ball players, and SOCORRO, youth movement. In group number 2, there's the Northside Future Stars, Pole 9, Savannah Boys, Santa Cruz, and QPCC. Just flicked off the legs there by Mohammed. Steaming across his innings. And Ines picks up and gets it in. So there's 2 groups. And in the group number 1, it's Paragon, who are 2 from 2, together with Glenora Sports. Yeah, Barataria ball players, sorry. Yeah, so there's 2 teams, 2 from 2. That's Barataria ball players and Paragon. They are in group 1. And in group 2, the unbeaten team there, 2 from 2, is Savannah Boys. After that, Santa Cruz, they are yet to get a victory. Northside Future Stars, they've won 1 from 2, as well as the Santa Cruz sports team. So the title of the 2 groups. Yeah, 1 game as well. A 3-way. Well, he hasn't gotten the luck of the draw, if you can call it that. A drop chance, a misfield in his first over. And now, already conceding 7.
So it's pulled away. They're going to run to the boundary for 4. And that's 11 runs off this over. Kianiza continues to struggle. That one was short. A low and Curvis John to get on the back foot and pull, made room. He came outside the leg stump to make room for himself and pulled away for 4 runs through mid-wicket.
Yeah, he played more like a tennis shot than a cricket shot. Something Agassi or the great one Federer would be proud of. It's up in the air.
Another one dropping short in front of the field. Agonizingly short.
And that brings the end of the over.
The CD player still having some fun. He's not happy with that one.
Short ball. Yeah, it was up in the air. The fielder coming in. He put in the roll. That was Alfred. Crazy Alfred. Earthquake. Well, it's going to be Timothy to continue. So Timothy looking to continue to curve his John.
Bold in the middle stump is going to sleep. Curvis John Bold. Akil Timothy gets the breakthrough. It's 31 for 1 after 3 overs and 1 ball.
Yeah, they looked like they were in a rush to get to this 134. But there it was, Timothy. Left arm. And just bowling, hitting the top of the middle stump. Knockback. So Barataria loses their first wicket. It's John who goes. If they win tonight, they are into the semi-final. And what position would be the question?
Now the Paragon team, they also won 2 matches, as we mentioned. They will be up against, on Thursday, they will be up against Glenora. Now if Glenora can win that game, both the Glenora and the Paragon will end up on 2 wins and 1 loss. But Paragon can also qualify and knock out Glenora on Thursday. So Glenora and Paragon will be a very important game on Thursday.
Yeah, that's good. The game of the week thus far. Yeah, just driving out. And I think, though, Deshaun Charles have shown there have been more than one method in building a T20 innings. And Deshaun Charles' method is more a la the Chris Gayle style method, where he plays, just flat bats the ball first, gets his eye in, and then when he gets going, he gets going. He doesn't bother the quick singles and nudging the ball around early on.
Yeah, he just wants to play himself in, and when he breaks loose, this game could be over in a flash. And he's also left-handed as well, tall as well. Just Gayle is a bit muscular, but he looks like just a slim version to Chris Gayle.
Well, if you, those of us who know the young version of Chris Gayle, he was slim as well. I think he credit to him, he's a textbook style batter than Chris Gayle.
More textbook than Chris Gayle. We were not talking about the textbook, though. We were just talking about his temperament.
As the ball is going to go pretty close to the fence and into the boundary fence now for 4. Kwame Mohammed, he gets in on the arc. Just tickling that one across behind square, getting 4 runs.
Mohammed has been there for a while. He has been there from the start, and he has only faced his 4th delivery.
Already a healthy run rate here. Just tickling it past the keeper. There's no one there at fine leg. So Timothy. Bit of an edge. Well fielded by Isaac. So that brings the over to an end. At the end of 4, the Barataria ball players trying to get to 124 to win their 36 for 1.
Akil Timothy continues to bowl well. His 2 overs cost only 8 runs, and Isaac 2 overs cost 28 runs. So he has been struggling a bit. So I'm expecting to see a bowling change.
Since they were on sale, Laura bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? You'd better come and satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. 7 pieces of delicious chicken with a bucket of fries. The KFC Wow Bucket for $119.95.
Well, it's going to be a bowling change as we see the skipper. That's Prince, Shaquem Prince, who's going to be taking up the attack from the southern end. He's going to be bowling to Deshaun Charles. The field for him. Continue after this delivery. It's a big offer. He doesn't get a hold of it. It's a man at the fine leg. Short fine leg, short third man, backward point. Man short in the covers. That's extra cover man coming in to kind of cover point, and immediately a man goes out on the square leg boundary. The other boundary rider is at long on. He just turns it in the gap left there at square leg. The boundary rider comes in, picks up, and they just jog through for one. So Deshaun Charles, following the script, I think he's not been dismissed as yet in this tournament. He was not out carrying his bat on the first day.
No! Mommy, Daddy dived up. Alex, up down here, let's up there.
So it's Prince who's going to continue. So Prince, and this time he up and out of here. Wow, a massive shot there by Charles.
I think he got his eye in by now, if we were wondering. Now, Deshaun Charles, in the last match, he scored a blazing 117 not out against Combine All-Stars, but against Glenora, he made 24 before he was caught by Michael Govaya, bowled by Andy Alexander. So he has an average coming into this game of 141.
Yeah, he is again. This is how he bats. Please them, and then when he gets going.
And what I like about him too, he picks, he knows
let's work from here, guys.
his
Let's
shot
work from
selection
here.
is good. He knows which one to go after, which one to play with respect, as we saw that last delivery.
Just driving this one, and that's just like that. It speeds to the boundary for 4. That was timing.
Timing, because I was thinking that was going to be a dot ball, but it was sweetly timed off the middle of the back by the big Deshaun Charles, and he moves on to 12.
Look at this. Textbook drive there. The cover drive, everything was stable. And it looked like a mere push into the offside, but it raced to the fence for 4. So after 5, the Barataria ball players, they're 48 for 1, looking to get to 134 to win.
Kwame Mohammed, who is batting there with him, is on 9. And that is his highest score so far, because in a match against Glenora, he didn't get off. He made a duck. In fact, a first ball duck off the bowling of Michael Govaya when he was bowled. And then in the next game, he was leg before wicket to Plucky, Dion Plucky pair for 4. So this represents his highest score of the tournament so far. He's batting with a man who is in full form after scoring 114 not out in his last game, Deshaun Charles. And Charles has made the number 3 his position so far. Has batted in number 3 in the last 2 matches. And we can expect to see Karen Booker spotted up to bat at number 4.
As he just plays this one into mid-wicket. So Timothy bowling here to Kwame. As it's pushed back to the bowler. So it's Timothy, Akil Timothy. Has just guided this one. Well played by Mohammed. It's going to race all the way for 4. So it was exquisite timing there by Kwame Mohammed. And that's the 50 for the Barataria board players team. Well played. It was a late dabber by Mohammed. Any later than that, he would have been absent.
So Mohammed is getting into his stride.
I just received a call all the way from Guyana, reminding me that Deshaun Charles once was the keeper for Mova Caledonia as well.
Yes, he was a goalkeeper as well.
I remember I was his manager there at Mova Caledonia, but I received a call all the way from Guyana to say provide.
Good afternoon, a good evening to Jamal Shabazz.
Yes, Jamal Shabazz, also Mr. Steve Frederick, the management. It's a bit of a drop chance there. We'd love to see the...
Yeah, I want to see the replay of that because to me I thought it was just short, but the disappointment on their faces suggests that it
went to hand.
Went to hand, yeah.
Yes,
it did.
It did go to hand.
Yes, it did. Disappointment there.
Ali, the experienced Richard Ali there. He's back at the field. Credit to him. You'd have
53 for 1. Just see 4 deliveries and the 5 runs in this over so far. Kiltamati 1 for 13 off 3 overs and 4 balls. Has been bowling quite well. Went through everyone, even the wicketkeeper, and it goes for 4 byes. Let's see if they will signal a 4. And
it's an edge.
There is no signal, so that's 4 runs. It's an edge. So it's not working out for the El Socorro youth movement. It's falling apart for them. Yes. Straight through a big edge through the wicketkeeper's legs. Oh my.
Credit to him, it was a big deflection. Starting up to the wicket, it was a big deflection. I think he did well to get his legs closed.
Well, there was a season, and I don't like to see these things, but there was a season when I kept wicket, and I always thought it was very difficult to keep the spinners. But what I did, I think I got a couple catches of the spinner, and I was amazed. I just followed the ball. It was thin edges. With thin edges, once you follow the ball, it will go to hand. But for thick edge, it's always difficult because the deflection is bigger. For thin edge, it's not a problem. But at the end of the over, it's 58 for 1 after 6.
Well, we all like to hear the stories from Ian Wilson, a bit of a Savannah legend.
I think that's a stretch. I wouldn't say Savannah legend. But thanks, though.
As we see, there's going to be another bowling change. It looks like it's going to be Alfred who's going to be continuing. So, as we get ready to bowl, we'll have a break.
Subway Series presents the Italianos. 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
Well, welcome back. It's going to be Prince. So after a bit of a discussion, Prince is going to continue here, trying to get a breakthrough for his team. This one just turned off the legs, and Charles sending him back. I think that's a signal if you know people body language. And there was the edge. Yeah, there's nothing he could do about it really. A good delivery there from Timothy. But the essay is that this is going to be a big shot. No, it's not. He just pushes it back to the bowler. So he's a bit like a cage panther right now. But 2 dot balls early on here from Shaquem Prince. It's cut away. Good piece of fielding. In fact, it's a bit of a fumble. Allows them to come through for the single. Johan Serju doing that. So the power play is done and dusted. And getting 58 in the power play, I think that was a very good start for the Barataria ball players.
Yeah, it allows them now to just negotiate through the middle overs. Mohammed finally getting a score of double figures, went for duck and 4 in his previous 2 matches. Now we are seeing what he's capable of. We saw what he's capable of in the field and with the ball. And this is on wicket, but it seemed to have pitched outside the leg stump, so the umpire will not entertain that.
Definitely pitched outside the leg stump. Mohammed has been great in the field. Took a number of catches, about 3 catches. He's also done well in terms of being a boundary rider. Yes, definitely would have pitched outside the leg stump. The wicketkeeper not even joining in the appeal. Mohammed just pushes it back. So very good over here. At the end of it, at the end of 7, the Barataria ball players team, they're 59 for 1. So the action continues here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. Remember to join us tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, Wednesday the 24th, for QPCC up against Santa Cruz. That one always a very interesting clash. You know, the Santa Cruz team, they're sporting a number of both present and past QPCC players in Dexter Screen as well as Darren Bravo. At that, Webster, T and Webster, and you have a good grudge match there tomorrow. So remember, you could head down to the Diego Martin Sporting Complex as we continue the Northzone T20 Festival. And looking to continue is Akil Timothy. So Timothy to continue. He's going to be bowling to Deshaun Charles. And Charles goes high, high, and handsome. And it's gone out of here for KFC Maximum. A massive shot by Charles.
I know we have not been counting individual, but I think Dijon Charles would have lost the most balls so far. I am sure of that.
Yeah. Taking one hand off the bat.
The ball going into orbit, maybe. Oh, that was a huge... The astrophysicist could have been fooled and thought that he would have discovered a new planet by how high that ball had gone.
The match referee, Stephanie Power, she comes out to bring a new box of balls. The umpire, Candice Laborde, is joined by Sidial. And you're taking 2 balls. Deshaun Charles at the wicket. We'll take 2 balls.
I think this is not the first time we have seen this where they have taken 2 balls. And I want to believe it was Dijon Charles batting the last time they had done that.
Yeah. Definitely.
Stephanie Power doesn't want to be walking out on the field every so often. Say, hey, take 2 balls one time. Dujon Charles, I think he really must have lost the most balls in this tournament so far.
Well, it's going to be Timothy. And I think the El SOCORRO youth movement, they need a wicket and need it as soon as possible, Ian.
Yes, they need a wicket. If need a wicket was a person. Or if need a wicket was a team, would have been El SOCORRO youth movement.
He's quite happy to play down about 3 deliveries. Watch the 4th delivery. So he's played down 2 already.
Well, he hit 1.
Yes, he
played down 2.
So any moment now, you can see the big shot. Here it is.
You just get 1. He's just kind of ruffling, he ruffles Akil Timothy's figures so far. Before this over, he went 3 overs, 1 for 18. And now he's 3 overs, 4 balls. Still looking good at 1 for 25. So Timothy will bowl through his 4 overs. Barataria ball players flying to 66 for 1. Their current run rate 8.61, while the asking rate is 5.51.
Doesn't seem like he was ready, but he played it down. Imagine he missed it and been bowled. I think that happened to me at time. My head was down. I took my stance, my head was down. I was just looking at my boot. And when I look up the bowl, I just guided away. Let's paddle around. That's 4. Mohammed, he lost that shot. It's the second time we see him pull it out of his hat. And that carries the score to 70 for 1. So after 8 overs, the Barataria ball players team are looking to get to 134 to win the 70 for 1. So while Mohammed continues to paddle along, looking to paddle back into the commentary booth, and the commentary is Darrell Williams. So welcome back, Darrell.
Hello and good night, and welcome again, viewers.
Welcome back. You have had a long rest time for your second spell.
I normally come back good in my second spell on the playing field, so let's see how the off-field duties go. As we see the Barataria ball players team motoring along here in pursuit of 132 for victory. Boy, oh boy, we got a game here. We see the completion of 4 overs from Akil Timothy, yielding 1 wicket and 29 runs. So we see a bowling change. As a matter of fact, the captain is going to continue, Shakim Prince. Ian, who's your money on at this point in time?
Now, if I had money, my money would be on Barataria ball players, just for the fact that they're going strong. This one is a pitch outside the leg stump, so I'm not sure why Prince would be appealing.
We await the signal. It's eventually a dead ball signal there by the umpire. So he's going to have to reload that one. So Shakim Prince into Dijon Charles, making a little bit of room for himself, backing away to the leg stump, tugging this one down to the wicket. There's a bubble and it's going to run in close to the fence.
Well saved in the end by Isaac.
Isaac, one of the better fieldsmen on the field here in this El SOCORRO youth movement outfit. He had a very expensive spell, unworkmanlike of him. As you see the replay here, tossed up delivery. Dijon Charles getting a chunk of that one. Eventually stopped there by Isaac in the end. Score moves on to 71 for 1. So it's tossed up again. Well stopped in the mid-wicket region. Shakim Prince has come back well here after being a tad bit expensive in his first 2 overs.
Just let Billy back there,
Yeah, he's come back very good. But he replaced Keon Isaac, who was, I don't want to say woeful, but he really struggled in his 2 overs. 2 overs, 28 runs.
Kwame Mohammed doing what his team requires and just turning over the strike. So I overheard Mr. Gordon Perry referred to you as the Savannah legend.
That was just a stretch.
This one is tugged away for another KFC maximum. That's Sunday lunch for Dijon Charles, just short of a good length and getting on it, that shorthand jab over the mid-wicket region, as we see it here. Quick arm action there by Shakim Prince. And tugged away into the region of the Cashpot logos from our proud sponsor, the National Lottery Control Board. Ryan Innes can only fetch that one.
The Dijon Charles already showing his intentions in this over, in this inning, sorry. Oh, he just drives it back past the bowler. He will get 1 as a deflection. Not sure if it came, the deflection was off the bowler, it was off the stump. It appears to have come off the stumps. Just fixing the bail there, Dijon Charles himself. He moves on to 33 from just 20 deliveries, and Kwame Mohammed, who is getting a good start this time, unlike the other 2 innings he would have made duck and 4. He's getting a good start.
Dijon Charles finding an able partner in Kwame Mohammed, rotating the strike very nicely. So that's the end of the over. The score now 79 for 1 after 9 overs. So the required rate is 55 from 66 deliveries. I think with Dijon Charles there, should be a walk in the park. They need to get wickets and wickets quickly. As the saying goes, after 1 wicket is another. We see the bowling change from the northern end. The left-handed Brian Boudram replacing like-for-like change here. Brian Boudram with a wealth of experience under his belt. Played for a number of national teams at the youth level. Just played for the Parakeet Buccaneers in the recently concluded Dream 11 T20, and this one is hoiked away. Thrown to the mid-wicket region. Bit short to start there. You know, Ian, I think that, you know, as we as commentators and cricketers, you know, we tend to think that we look for like matches and we look for matchups where the left-hander to the left-hander is often a cause for disaster back in the day. And, you know, against all odds, more often than not, like for like, the left-handers to left-handers, some do manage to deliver. And this one is hoiked away. Again, and that's going to run into the fence. Kwame Mohammed pouncing on that short delivery. Shakim Prince bows his head in dismay. And that is a good shot.
And Kwame Mohammed now looking to match Dijon Charles shot for shot. He moves on to 23. Charles on 33. And we see some of the beautiful faces in the stands. Not sure who they are supporting. This one is played on the onside in the vacant mid-wicket area where the fielder would come off on the mid-wicket boundary.
Well, that's a case and study there, Ian, as we were stating. Left-hander to left-hander, you know, it's always a room for a boundary in between there too.
Yeah, definitely.
And Kwame Mohammed definitely, oh, we see some supporters.
Yeah, happy to be on TV.
Dijon Charles again making room through the hands of the bowler Brian Boudram here, and it's going to run down to the middle fieldsman. Ryan Innes comes across and collects. I think the writing is really on the wall here And they need to get wickets on wickets quickly.
Yeah, they need a couple of wickets, and they need to get rid of Dijon Charles. However they do it, up to them, but they need to get rid of Charles, and this one is played late. We'll just get one. No, that's a dot ball because the ball sped off the...
Kwame Mohammed turning down that single eventually. There's no room, no need for needless runner.
This one, he finds a space there, and they will get one for sure. We'll run close to the boundary. In fact, they will get two.
Half stop there by the diving fieldsman at the backward point region. Keon Isaac doing the mocking up in the end.
It's the end of the over, 9 off it, at the end of 10 overs, and 10 overs means that we take a
Blue Waters drinks break.
Blue Waters drinks break.
Somebody pass blue water, somebody bring blue water, somebody get blue water, and we ready now. When you feeling hard, take up the water spray. Take up the water spray. In your school or house, take up the water spray. When the bus run out, take up the water spray. Party pussy water, working pussy water, school children they water. The water spray, the fitness pussy water, the office pussy water.
Here at GMMB, love is the currency. And let's show you how we are able to transfer that energy into real conversations. Manners and respect.
Respect, my brother.
Respect, man. Speaking about respect, Adrian, I mean, how important is it to the whole banking experience?
So us at GMMB, as you know, we push a vision of love within our mission. And the purpose of that vision of love as it pertains to respect is us empathizing with our clients, being able to acknowledge their current position so that we could tailor a solution for them. Because everyone's position is not the same. So our vision of love allows us to connect with our customers and our clients respectively and provide them that unique service.
Truth be told, it's GMMB. Banking for real, with real people. Manners and respect.
Always, my friend.
Every time.
GMMB.
It's banking for real.
Do whatever the crunch you want. Delicious nuggets made from 100% chicken breast. Try it in our crispy hot and spicy recipe or in the Colonel's original recipe. Mix and match. The new hot and spicy nuggets. Spiciness you love to crunch. It's finger licking good.
So we're back here live at the Digger Martin Recreation Facility. As you see this site, it's 46 required from 60 deliveries As you see, it's always a wonderful sight to see the young kids coming out in all their glory. Enjoy the cricket, lovely cricket here. So there's a bowling change from the northern end. Mohammed Aziz comes into the attack. Dijon Charles just punching this one down to the long on region for a single. So it's quite safe to see the Barataria ball players are in the ascendancy at this point in time.
Yes, and I'm glad that Kwame Mohammed can get a good score here, because it was disappointing in the last 2 games where he scored duck and 4. But we know what he's capable of. I'm glad that he was able to, you know, show what he's really made of with a bat.
So it's Aziz here into the attack. Let's see what he can signal. Dead ball by the umpire. Minor disruptions there. So Aziz will have to reload that one. So it's another matchup, left-hander to left-hander. This one is punched nicely through the cover region. So reach out for a single. So we were through there by Brian Brujam, which results in an overthrow. As we see, a thing of the past, the manual scoring takes a lot of patience to do that. Ian?
You know, I actually prefer the manual scoreboard, and I'll tell you, remember long ago the big manual scoreboard they had at the Queen's Park Oval? What I liked about that, after this delivery, played back to the bowler, they wouldn't get no run. If you reach late, you can look at that scoreboard and get all the information. You can know who batted already, who is to bat, who is to come still, how many bowlers will bowl. You get all the information. But these electronic scoreboards, they only have on display the 2 batters at the wicket and the 2 operating bowlers.
So that's another dot delivery here. We see Aziz has find the going favorable for him thus far. Sporting the number 30 on his back. That's a gem of a delivery, just running past the outside edge and beating the well-set Kwame Mohammed. All ends up. So that's a good over in retrospect to how things has been for the EYM outfit. See the beautiful northern range, well lit. So it's 91 for 1 after 11. .43 from 54. Let's see if Dijon Charles has a date tonight. He's going to try to finish this game in a relatively quick time, because I think as the games dwindle down, run rate is going to have a big part and a major factor to play in this tournament for those who go through.
Yes, definitely. So 91. So
it's a good first over from Mohammed Aziz there. Just 3 coming from that.
Yes, a good over. A very good over from him. But the 2 set batsmen, Dijon Charles and Kwame Mohammed, could explode at any time.
But what is a very important thing to take note here, Ian, is that this EYM outfit poses the ammunition of 3 left-hand orthodox bowlers in their repertoire. Sometimes it's very hard to even find one on teams, as you see Brian Budram running past the outside edge of the bat of Dijon Charles.
Hey, that's the voice you have been hearing. The stadium announcer. And this one is hit firmly to the cover boundary where the fielder is.
Shakim Prince doing the mocking up on the cover boundary. Captain all the way out on the boundaries. Marshall and his troops urging them on for a wicket. Let's see what can spur on to be a victory here. And they need it and need it badly.
Look at this field. There is the not only cover boundary, but there's the extra cover. There's point, backward point. There's a very short third man, more looking like a fly slip. A really interesting field.
Well, with that being said, Ian, I think he's bowling to his plan because he's going to stay wide outside the off stump.
Definitely. Then there's the long off, the long on, the man at the mid-wicket boundary. What people like to call cow corner. Square boundary, square leg boundary. There's no fine leg though.
This one is hiked away to the cover region. Prince comes off the boundary and does the fielding.
Well, Prince, he's on the boundary, but he's not dead on the boundary. He now goes back on the boundary.
So Boudram here will need to come trumps for his team. This one is just tucked around the corners for the vacant mid-wicket region. As you see, the dew is setting in. See the well-used towel there. As you see the Barataria outfit, eagerly anticipating what could be another victory and a foot into the semi-final.
Yes, they can actually book their ticket to the semi-final with a win tonight. In the air, there's a chance, but the chance has gone a begging. And the two comes in and they will get some more runs. In fact, they will get 4 overthrows and 5 runs. Well, it would just go into the boundary. No, it would stop. All right, so they just get 3 runs in all.
A needless, erratic throw there from Shaki Prince.
It almost cost the team 4 extra runs. Only 2 extra runs in the end, so 3 runs here for Dijon Charles.
I'm not for certain as to why Christian Lal seems to be a shopkeeper this afternoon. He's relatively a safe young man, donning the gloves for the national outfit at different age levels.
Sometimes it happens when things go bad, it really goes bad. It really goes bad when things going bad. And when it's going good, nothing you can do, it will go good.
As you say, it rains cats and dogs. So that's the course. So some 36 runs required of 48 deliveries. Unless something remarkable happens here, I think the Barataria ball players are on their way for a commanding victory here. It's always nice to see the supporters coming out, all their glory. Dijon Charles approaching yet another milestone, 50 this time. See how he goes. And talking about going.
Goodbye ball. We are not going to. Oh, that cars. Some of those cars are in danger. I think they're supposed to put a sign. Dijon Charles is batting. Do not bat here.
That one is right in the slot. And Dijon Charles is going to accept that on every given day.
Yeah. I think
that was an amazing shot. Just hitting through the line of the delivery.
I think people need to stop park there. Put a sign. Dijon Charles is batting. Do not park here. Park at your own risk.
And this one
in the air!
It's another KFC maximum. And what a way to bring up your 50. Dijon Charles, take a bow, young man.
So after 170 not out, he's 53 not out here. Charles, and oh gosh, you do not bowl full tosses to Charles. You look for that.
That one taking the top hand off the bat and still getting the desired result.
And they need to distribute.
Charles looks like a man on a mission here.
And they need to distribute hard hats as well.
Oh no. This one is crunched back past the bowler and into the side screen. That is 4 more. Boy, oh boy, Dijon Charles is in a hurry. As mentioned before, I think he's in a date. He got to have a date this morning.
Look at that 6. Some of the
jubilant Barataria ball players, fans.
6-6-4. 16 runs already.
Looks like a phone number at this point in time. Dijon Charles tugging this one away, unable to get on top of it. Manages a single.
I'm not sure what area code is that, but it's certainly a phone number. 664-1 something something.
Wherever it may be, I think it's about that time that they call the fat lady. She's already queued and waiting. Aziz has not bowled bad, you know. Just coming for a little bit of stick there, trying a bit too much. Running his hands over the balls. I think he should have stuck to the basics.
I think Charles would be the man that is the most sought after player in these matches now, where they're inviting these guest players.
So a relatively quiet end to an eventful over there.
Charles looking, I think that Charles should be in the lead of the MVP race.
It looks to be in ominous form as we see the equation get smaller and smaller. They now require 19 from some 42 deliveries. So we're in for a race to the finish line. This could signal the end of EYM's chances of qualification.
Yes, so they will be out after tonight. They will play their last match. Just a formality, just to complete the fixtures. And that match, their last match, will be against Combined All-Stars on Saturday. So Saturday we'll see the last of them. And ball players will book their ticket to the semi-finals this evening. Wide, not signaled, as the umpire is satisfied with that. Dijon Charles just looking. He was expecting the umpire to signal a wide, but not now.
Good delivery there. Making some room for himself, but unable to get under that one. Ended up being a well-pitched delivery right up in the block hole is Brian Boudram at this time. Boudram to Charles. This one is flighted nicely outside the line of the off stump. A little bit of complacency setting in here. So dot balls are not going to do the trick at this point in time. Nothing short of a hat trick is what is required. And this one is a comfortable single. Throw comes in and they complete one. The score moves up to 1-1-6 for one.
This is actually a very quiet over. Just one run, 3 dot balls. And I think this is by choice, because ball players could have hustled a couple. Just driving this back to the bowler. Very good over from Brian Boudram. Bowling, he's not giving Charles or Kwame Mohammed any room. He bowled the first 3 deliveries to Charles, and now Mohammed is trying to drive that on the offside, go straight to back to point. So there's that ring of fielders on the offside, not getting to penetrate that. So at the end of 14 overs, it's 116 for 1. And this is John and Kwame Mohammed, and that partnership was 31. But look at this one. Dijon Charles and Kwame Mohammed, 85.
Subway Series presents the Italianos. 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
We are back here where the Barataria ball players, 116 for 1. They require just 18 runs. 36 deliveries will make it 35 now.
Just a couple hits away, indeed. I think Dijon Charles is backing himself to pick up a couple more boundaries here and finish his game in style. But Shaquem Prince will have other ideas, the captain, coming back. This one is tugged away down to the middle on region. just for a single. Amber's through for a single.
Charles move on to the 60s. So 117 not out in the last match. Now he's 60 not out in this match. He made 24 before. So he's in, he has gone past 200 runs in this tournament. The first person to get 200 runs. And because he was only dismissed once, his average is 201. There's a man down there, so they will just get one, and that will move Kwame Mohammed onto 31.
So some minor adjustments are being made to the field. I think Dijon Charles has high expectations for this young man.
Good to see the young players. And this is gone!
Speaking
Are we going to see that ball again? Yes, we will, but it will go for 6. And they really need to have people stop back there.
As the script stated, I know Dijon Charles is going to put the foot on the accelerator. This young man looks to be quite a fine, a competent batsman, and definitely good with the ball. Gun fielder as well. He possesses all the attributes to be a top all-rounder. I hope the selectors are seeing that this young man is knocking on the doors.
That's the manager and company. She's there looking for, they expect that win to come soon. There's 10 runs. Will it come in this over? We'll see.
Shakim Prince. Charles wants money. Looking to hug this one away, not making sufficient contact. Trickles out to the fine leg region and they go through for 1.
So 9 runs off the over so far with 1 more delivery to go. It's 124 for 1.
Easy does it. He tucks this one right down to the corner behind square and they go through for 2. So that leaves Dijon Charles on strike in an attempt to finish the game. Seven more runs required. Clearing her throats at this point in time.
Yeah, she's clearing her throat. The band is warming up. The orchestra is warming up.
So let's not forget, there's a jam-packed week of cricket. Lovely cricket right here at the Diego Martin Sporting Facility. With the fixture tomorrow coming up, the Queen's Park Northzone team versus Santa Cruz. That's Wednesday, the 24th of July. Thursday, the 25th, Glenora Sports versus Paragon. Friday, the 26th, Savannah Boys versus Pool 9 at 6:30. That's an all San Juan affair. Be sure to come on down. Let's not forget, on Saturday and Sunday, we are in for double headers. So come on down and experience the cricket, lovely cricket here in the western end of Trinidad and Tobago. Brian Budram to pick up the attack. Dijon Charles is looking to finish this one with a bang. Making some room for himself and pulling away at the last moment. Just trying to see what his movement will be. This one is crunched down to the long on fieldman. Ryan Innes gets his body behind the ball and keeps it down to 1.
Now, tomorrow will be a very interesting game because Queen's Park yet to get off the mark. Very difficult to get to the semi-final from here, but they will be playing for pride and against Santa Cruz, who will be looking to, the former champions of 2 years ago, joint winners, they will be looking to get into the semi-final. So they will want to win tomorrow.
So Kwame Mohammed taking the relatively quiet road punching this one to the cover point region just for a single. He says, it's over to you, big guy. Finish with a bang. Let's see if 5-1 Fireworks will definitely give you a contract.
He's on 68 not out. Kenta nonchalantly just puts that forward.
All in all, I think the EYM outfit has some bright sparks to take moving forward from here on in. Unable to complete the treble, but 2 out of 3 tournaments in their zone is commendable the same way. This one is punched away, unable to get past the inner ring there.
You can see he's looking to end it with a 6. Oh, she's happy.
This fan is signaling to send the ball in her direction. She's going to take that home for souvenir. So let's see what Charles does. This one, Brian Boudram.
I'm not sure if the zone would allow her to take it home for the souvenir. Because the amount of times they need to bring out a new ball. They would want to salvage every ball they can.
So it's good to see Brian Boudram sporting a smile on his face. Good sportsmanship. This one is tossed up. Playing all over it a bit casual there is Dijon Charles. So we carry on to yet another over.
I would have thought that this would have been the last over, for real. Believe me, I thought this would have been the last over. But just 2 runs of this over, good over in the end. Oh, that's a pretty picture. And she's dancing to the music in between overs.
So that's the story here. The Barataria ball players cruising to victory here. Need some 5 runs to get over the line for their 3rd consecutive victory and book their spot in this, the Northzone T20 Festival Tournament. Let's see how they go. It's going to be as is to continue. Left unorthodox. Kwame Mohammed is going to bank himself to dispatch one of these 2 deliveries early up. Let's get it on. It's a full delivery. And it's going to run close to the fence. Christian Lal's torrid time behind the wicket continues.
Yes, this is a forgettable night for him. We know that he's better than that. We know what he's capable of, but just tonight is just not his night.
So 1 run required by the Barataria ball players team. Mohammed has played a good hand, carrying his bat throughout the innings here.
And he will have the privilege of hitting the winning run. And this is it.
Away.
This is it. A kind of a quiet end to the match. I thought they would have tried to end it with a 6, but they will get the 1. And that's the win for Barataria ball players. They go to 133 for 1. That's the win. Dijon Charles would finish 68 not out. Kwame Mohammed finally getting a score. He made duck and 4 in the previous matches, comes out 38 not out. And just like that, he has an average of 21 after his slow start. But Dijon Charles with an average of 209, 68 not out. That would come after his 24 and 117 not out. He's the man in form and in front of the MVP race as Barataria ball players, they booked themselves a place into the semi-finals.
So as we run through the highlights here, we see Kevish John getting on top of that short pitch delivery there from Keon Isaac. Took a liking to him first up, but his furniture was disturbed by Akil Timothy. And then begin the Dijon Charles show.
Look at this big one. That's a KFC maximum, a 9-piece.
Pouncing on some wayward bowling there playing to his strengths. Once it's in the arc, it's out of the park, and he made use of that quite convincingly. So that's that from us here at the Digger Martin Sporting Complex. Barataria ball players with a commanding victory as we bid our farewells.
And we want to remind you, return tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Queen's Park Cricket Club versus Santa Cruz at 6:30. So from all of us here, we do wish you a good night. See you tomorrow.